up the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you what, you guys. It's life as a Notre Dame fan is a wild ride. Not exactly how the experts drew this one up. Notre Dame's going to the playoff. They pulled it off. They're hosting a game. Everybody celebrate. Everybody go wild. Listen. We're going to get this out of the way real early, real fast. Let's get it out of the way. There are things to worry about this team in the playoff and what it could look like and whatever. There were some things that are red flags that you saw today. We got like 3.5 weeks, 3 weeks to deal with them, you guys. We have like 3 weeks to be breaking down all of the complaints or all the little things that you're picturing in the playoff. This could be a problem or whatever. We got a few weeks to figure that out. I'm really hoping we can take tonight and just be happy. This is a huge accomplishment. This is a huge accomplishment for everybody involved. It's a huge one. And it was an important game. It just, the frustration and just this defense that stops everybody all the time, wasn't stopping anybody any of the time, all this stuff, whatever the frustration is, Notre Dame overcame it all. What does the song say? What though the odds be great or small? Oh, Notre Dame, we did it. They did it overall. And Ryan Day embarrassed himself. Like, I'm just telling you, did Miami win or lose? Like, there's good things happening in Notre Dame land. I want to take a second to just take a deep breath and let's all soak this in. And I got to go through super chats and I got to go to the calls. Callers, make it quick. There's a million of you. I got a couple things I want to say. This is not a normal run-of-the-mill post-game show. So it's going to be a little different. I got a couple things to say. Everybody's texting me. They want on the air first. I'm going to do the best I can. I got 10 different people that all want to be on the air first. Give me a break. I'm going to do the best I can. So first things first, if you're here, I expect a good crowd tonight. Everybody's in a good mood. Not from the haters. I don't think you're going to see too many LSU people in here. Not from the haters. But a lot of happy Notre Dame people. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps shoot it out into the ether and get it going out. And put it in front of more Notre Dame fans so they can find it. That's a beautiful thing. And hit subscribe too, if you don't mind, while you're here. Appreciate it very much. Helps the channel grow. Dr. John, good to see you in here. Listen, everybody, Nikki Dean, good to be seen. All of you guys, all of you people. I'm going to get through a couple things here that are important to me. Do the chats, give the rest to the callers, and we'll do it that way. I want to thank everybody in this community. Everybody. Chalice of Malice, you want it, you got it. Okay. Big game chain, too clunky to wear on the air, but it's back there shining. Okay. Here's the thing. Number one is thanks to all you guys that are here all the time. None of this exists without you. This moment we're all sharing together tonight does not exist here without you guys. So Miami lost, Ohio State lost, Notre Dame won. I mean, this is about as good as it gets if you're a Notre Dame fan in my age bracket, okay? But I want to first thank all of you guys that are here all the time. And a special thank you to people that are here year-round. It is the dog days of May and June or whatever, and you guys know I'm trying to do this every day. And you guys are there for me. And I want to be there for you when we have these moments that we can share together, give you a voice, give you a chat, whatever. But none of this happens without all you guys making this whole community possible. So those of you that stick with me, especially the ones year round where there's nothing happening, and you know how much it means to me just to keep these calls going and keep the brand going over the offseason. I love you guys. None of this exists without you. And the very best part of doing this show or having any voice or footprint in this niche is getting to know you people. I mean that. So that's number one. Here's number two. I'm really, really happy for Marcus Freeman. I'm really, really happy for Marcus Freeman. Life has not always been the easiest for Marcus Freeman here, learning on the fly, everything in the big bright lights, every mistake magnified, everything. It's Notre Dame, all this stuff, every mistake everybody's seen for 3 years on the field, off the field stuff. He's dealt with some things behind the scenes that are not his control, but he had to be the face of it, take the high road and be mature about it. Nobody works harder than Marcus. He hasn't always made the right decisions or done everything right, but nobody works harder than Marcus. Congratulations I'm so happy for that guy, just because I think he's a legitimately genuine good dude in a field full of snakes. In an industry full of snakes, I think this guy's a legitimate good guy, and he works his ass off for Notre Dame. That's the kind of guy that deserves this. That's the kind of guy that deserves to host a playoff game in South Bend, is a guy that operates that way. Takes the high road, treats people the right way, works his ass off. I love seeing this guy get rewarded, damn it. I love seeing this guy get rewarded. That's number one. Number two, I'm happy for these damn players. I'm happy for these players. Everybody, it's not easy being a Notre Dame player. All the different ways you're pulled, all the BS you got to deal with, other people don't playing somewhere else. Good for these players. They could have packed it in and went 9-3 and 8-4 after week 2. You know what else they could have also done is just, they could have folded, man. They could have folded. They could have listened to all of us complaining and me crying on here and doing all this and folding in and went 9-3, 8-4, whatever. None of that happened. When people got injured, you could have just said, oh man, half our team's injured, better just fold it up or whatever. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. Congratulations to everybody involved. Okay, I'm so happy for Marcus and this entire staff. I'm happy for these players. I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for Notre Dame people. We deserve something good once in a while. It's a running joke what a nightmare misery our football lives have been. And at age 40, I've never seen anything good. We talk about that all the time on my show, you guys. At age 40, I've never seen anything but misery. There has not been one year that I can remember that has ended successfully to me. I was too young to remember the big bowl game, 93. I was January 1st of 94, 93 season. I was like 9, 10 years old. I don't remember that. Everything since has been a disappointment. Either not making it to a big bowl game, so who cares? Making it to a big bowl game, getting embarrassed, or winning a game no one cares about. That is not the history of Notre Dame, Frank Leahy style, okay? Here's the deal, you guys. Notre Dame football just made history. Notre Dame football just made history. We will talk about, we have 3 weeks to get into the worries and the concerns and what we need to do better, and are we going to get exposed in a playoff game? I'm worried about this. I'm worried about that. We have 3 weeks to get into it, and we're going to. And we have to. We have a responsibility to talk about some vulnerabilities that maybe were shown in this game for Notre Dame, whatever. But history's made. From whatever happens now, whatever happens December 20th, 21st, whatever it is, history's made. Ronald McDonald's here to bring the whole group down. First, he was saying we were going to lose, and Riley's going to clown us, or Lincoln Riley's going to clown us and all this stuff. And now that we won, it's just like, I don't like the way it looked. The bar keeps moving, right? The goalpost keeps moving. Listen, it's this is just a good day for Notre Dame, you guys. It's history. It really is history. Notre Dame's hosting a playoff game for the first time in history. Like whatever else happens in that game or whatever else, it'll be really good to see what seed. Maybe you can move to the 5-12 and then the 5-4. Maybe that's what you want. That looks like the easiest path. Maybe you're there. Maybe you did that. Maybe you did that. If you got a drink or something or whatever, if you got something You got something in a swisher. You got something in a drink. Whatever you got, put it up tonight. Tonight's your night. Put it up. Be happy. Dr. John, I'll get back to you I'll get back to you on that email about the playoff stuff. I was not comfortable responding to you and Cool California Joe before the game. I thought it was bad luck. I avoided your emails. I'll just tell you to your face digitally. I'll tell you to your face digitally, Dr. John. You guys emailed me. I couldn't look. I thought it was bad juju. I had to wait till the game's over. Now we could talk about these plans. But God bless you guys. Notre Dame fans earned this. This is history. This is Notre Dame football history. And if Marcus Freeman and his boys can get healthy and win this first round game, it's a whole nother layer of history. You'd be able to erase this 30-year drought of the big game, whatever, and then you check that off. Marcus Freeman gets that in. He gets to have that feather in his cap, and you have this. You already have that you made it in year 3. We know what this all means. Just exhale and take a deep breath and just soak it in, and mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. I'm just proud of everybody involved. Here's the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to honor every chat, and I'm going to go to the calls. I know I just took up time. I'm sorry. It's my show, you guys. I'm allowed to do a monologue longer than you guys talk. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk or big time anybody, but this is a big moment. I'm allowed to do that. I got to have people hurry up. I want as many people in tonight celebrating as possible. Where's Roger Dodger? He's surfing. He's hanging 10, bro. Nobody needs it. He's hanging 10 or he's scaling the side of the Hollywood sign. I don't know what he's doing. Anyways, by the way, more people at this ball game than I thought. Way more people than I thought. What is the waves no good today? Or what? Why was there all these people? What are we talking about? Were the waves flat? Why was there that many people? Oh, because Caleb ran out there. Son of a buck. About to lose my mind during this game. Stop, somebody. I said I wasn't going to complain. We're good. The defense is fine. We're good. We'll be fine in the playoffs. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Ronald says they can smoke in the stands. They can? No wonder Snoop goes to all their games. All right. Last thing until the super chats. Here it is. While we're all celebrating this win tonight, whatever you smoking, whatever you're drinking, if you're just hugging your grandma, whatever you're doing, maybe you're doing all of it. Whatever you're doing to celebrate all of this, here's what I want you all to think about. This is for Pat and his family too, and mine. This is Notre Dame USC. This is not Notre Dame finishing off this year and locking in a playoff spot against anyone. This is Notre Dame USC. And Notre Dame USC is different than anything else that has to do with Notre Dame and anybody else. It's Notre Dame USC, and that's different. And it means a lot to a lot of families in this country, a lot of Notre Dame families and a lot of those values and all that. It means a lot to a lot of families. So here's the deal. A part of this win tonight, when you celebrate, I want everybody here to think about somebody that would love this win that you thought about that's no longer with us. Everybody's got somebody. If you're a diehard Notre Dame fan, whether it's your grandpa, your dad, your brother, whoever it is, everybody's got somebody in mind that they would like to celebrate this with that is no longer with us, but would love this piece of history. And I got a few of those people in my mind, and I talk about it all the time. My mentor in Chicago, Terry that passed away, Grandpa Kennedy, and Tyler. And a lot of you know the Tyler story. But I always think of those three guys whenever Notre Dame does something that we're proud of, and I'd want them to be with us. And so for everybody, whether it's your grandpa or whoever taught you to be a Notre Dame fan, whoever it is that taught you to hate USC, pour one out for them, light one for them, do whatever you need to do. Look at Omar. I can always count on you. You're the closest person I have as a dad, Omar. Omar, I don't know where you came from, man. You just showed up one day and you've been creeping the chat out ever since. And I never want you to go away, man. I love you. I never want you to go away. All right. I'm going to get caught up with the super chats. I'm going to go to the calls here. And we're going to try and manage this as well as we can. Oh, man. A $5 holler from CJ Adler. Here comes the playoffs. Indeed, I tweeted right before I went live. Everybody pack warm. It's going to be cold. Everybody pack warm. It's going to be cold in old South Bend. I hope the wine and cheesers get the tickets because they're going to should have access first. And then give them to their 25-year-old kids that want to be cold in the ice and the snow. That's the other thing, you guys. How many wine and cheesers are going to want to go freeze? Yeah, they want to see history, but is it worth freezing your little wine and cheese tushy off? Get the tickets and give them to somebody else for Christmas that wants to yell and be cold, and I'll enjoy it. Will he be hard again? Personal problem. Can't answer that, but he says, yes, I am right now, so he's good to go. Willie's a wonderful person. So is Willie's better half, so to speak. Play that in your mind. My main man, Martinez, $5 holler. Great win. Johnny, on to the playoffs. The SEC's dog poo-poo. He's always taking a shot at the SEC. Yeah, you know me. Oh, man. $5 holler from James, 443. You're going to be talking to me. How about Jeff, man? I miss you on the golf course, and I appreciate you coming to the tailgates, my friend. Job well done. Let's celebrate, Johnny. Indeed. $50 holler from Ryan. Pays for a lot of the phone lines. No class. USC got their booties kicked. Let's go. Hey, man, they were hanging in there. I got to give a ton of credit to USC. You guys, what USC played their asses off. Those guys were fighting out there. I'm just saying they just didn't give up. You were open at some point that something would turn and they wouldn't be given 100%, but they just kept going. It was really annoying. But I got to give them credit. They hung in there. They hung in there and did their all. I give them credit. Now, that Coliseum is such a weird dump. I just hate it. It's just weird and kind of creepy and weird. And even when there's some people in there, it feels empty. It's just creepy. I hate that dump. V1 rotate, $5 holler. Let's be honest. If our offense didn't show up, we would have got blasted. This top 5 defense got destroyed all day. Far from elite. V1 rotate. We got 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks to break down where Notre Dame showed that they were vulnerable here. Let's all be honest. There were parts of this game where it looked like Notre Dame was playing real athletes and real talent for the first time in about 11 weeks. Like whatever you want to chalk that up to, jet lag, maybe they were breathing in some smoke in California or something. I don't know. But let's just be, all right? There's some things not to love about this. I got 3 weeks to worry about that. And I want to see what the matchup is. Maybe Notre Dame can find some favorable matchups where it isn't like, I don't know. But don't think we're just going to say we made it, everything's perfect. We got 3 weeks to break down this stuff. Murray fam, $20 holler. Go Irish. We love you, though you stress us out. The Bush push stress is real. You guys, I was just an absolute wreck. Just an absolute wreck the whole time. My stomach in knots. I need an NIL deal from freaking Pepto-Bismol. You kidding me? Donnie White, $100 holler. I love you, Donnie. One of the best people I've ever met in the parking lot at the Sam Hartman event. Sammy was looking good, showing off those thighs. Woo! And look, he was showing off them thighs, looking to steal people's girlfriends and wives. You know what I'm saying? I ain't kidding. You think I'm kidding? He was. The people were willing to risk it all in that line with their family with them. Unbelievable. MW Irish Collector 30, $10 holler. Go Irish. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. $20 holler from my lawyer in Michigan. Indy should move up to number 3 now. The 5th seed is doable. They broke it down on the air. That's the favorable seed because you get the 5-12, then you get the 4. And then you give it to Indy for some more. I love it. The rhymes are coming to me. When I'm in a good mood, the rhymes come to me. Just don't say orange or Kleenex. But when I'm in a good mood, the rhymes come to my brain. 80s guy, $10 holler. We won 10 games in a row. We beat USC. We're in the playoff. Let's just enjoy it. I'm telling you, we got 3 weeks. You guys know, if anybody's going to worry about all this, it's going to be me. We got plenty of time. But for tonight, for the rest of this weekend, enjoy it. Just absolutely enjoy it. $2 holler from the Wells Lamont player of the game with the hot hand. It's Reggie Brooks. We did it. Squabble up. $2 holler. Appreciate it. A $5 holler. BVG should be the coach. There's a magic in the sound of their name. Here come the Irish in Notre Dame, indeed. Indeed, my friend. And you're going to be hearing that live at a playoff game, and it's going to be called Never Give Up, Never Give In. $10 holler. Notre Dame is a legit national championship contender. Of course, many pundits will focus on NIU. Look at all the other teams. Name a team that doesn't have glaringly obvious faults. There isn't one. This is going to be the talk till the next couple games. Hopefully, there's more than one game. This is going to be the talk. Did Notre Dame get exposed to a certain extent? You're playing some better talent than we played in the 9-game run where you're beating the hell out of everybody. That's going to be the talk of the next 3 weeks. But for Pete's Dragon, can we just be in a good mood for an hour or two first? Son of a buck. Can we just be in a good mood for a couple damn hours after all of this grind? I understand, I'm with you, never give up. I understand the worries. I understand all of this. I'm with you. God knows I'm with you. My blood pressure the last 4 hours will show you that I'm with you. But for like 2 hours, can we just be happy? These chances are so rare. Just let me embrace one. $2 holler from Steven. Tough win. Savor it. Here come the playoffs. I know Steven's drinking him a couple tonight. The Wells Lamont player of the game. Playoff pod. Feels good to say. And I like the way that rolls off the tongue. Omar with the $2 holler. Missed you Friday. Sick. Looking happy and handsome. I appreciate that, Omar. I'm a little late for a haircut. I know you'll notice. $5 holler from Rodney. Wow. Stress level mania in full effect. We can all breathe a deserved sigh of relief. See you in South Bend for an epic tailgating playoff game. What was it? Bears, Patriots. Early 2010s, I think at Soldier Field was the only game I've ever been to where you get a beer. By the time you sit down, that thing's frozen. I'll never forget it. The beer literally frozen. By the time you got that beer poured and sat down, you were chipping ice. You were like Yukon Cornelius trying to get a drinking or Budweiser. You had to chop that thing, silver and gold. You had to chop into it. It was frozen. Give me it again. I want a Southern team. Used to the Bahamas or something. I'm getting a little worked up today. I'm sorry. Bob should have gotten some snaps at QB. $2 holler. Wells Lamont player of the game. Denbrock ran the ball. I don't like that love is hurt. I don't like it at all. Can a brother get 2 hours before we worry about it? Brandon Fry, my main man, repping us down in A-Town. I do the A-Town stop. We did it. See the Always Irish fam December 20th. Love you all. Oh, it's so great to see you too. No offense, but not for Christmas. For something better. $20 holler from Adam Dowling. Playoff like a champion. Adam's over here acting all calm, cool, and collected. He texts me 98 things of worry during the game. $5 holler from Patrick. Been here for all the spring morning shows. This is what it's all for, baby. Santa Claus will be flying over. So I told you guys, I want Santa Claus coming through the air. I want Frosty the Snowman working at the vending giving out nachos and hot chocolate. I want Frosty. I want to look up. I want to see Rudolph the reindeer flying around. I want all of it. Okay. Thanks for being here for all those shows. $2 holler from the Phillies special. Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? I just hope USC can win a game. Love you, Philly special. $2 holler from Matthew Ken. How about them Buckeyes? Ooh! Here's the deal, folks. It's time to be honest about something. Ryan Day just ain't that dude, man. Ryan Day just ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. He ain't it. There's something off. And I understand we lost to him last year. It was a huge mistake on our part. We let the game get away. That doesn't change. I'm convinced. There's Ryan Day. There's some disconnect. It's not like Kelly, but it's a disconnect that reminds me of Kelly, but for a different reason. There's something missing. He ain't no alpha. He ain't no herb. He ain't an alpha. It shows there's something that isn't gelling with all that talent to get that next level of play. That dog. He ain't an alpha like Herb, man. He's just not. You could just ferment your beer darker all you want. You ain't an alpha. Fade up. $2 holler. Gab with glasses. It's pronounced niche, not niche. Oh, well, sorry. Michael the third, $10 holler. How long is J Love out for? I don't know. I saw him walking around on the sidelines. It didn't look like, I don't know. You're asking me. I ain't no doctor. Potatoes O'Brien, what an Irish name. So it's the Patches O'Holahan or whatever. $5 holler. Good teams win. Great teams cover. Go Irish. I was a little stressed out during this afternoon. Adam with the $5 holler. How's my heart rate? I almost stroked out. Yeah, you were helping me stroke out every time I looked at my phone. It's better now. $5 holler. Aaron, hell yeah. Flying high in Southeast Washington State on the 19th. Scratching one off the bucket list. It's a special thing, man. History. It's history. $10 holler. C. Jones. Who? Hats off to Freeman for running off 10 straight wins. This is for Mrs. C. Jones. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Just ND gal. 11-10. 11-1, baby. Or 11-1, rather. 11-1, baby. CFP home game. ND beat the spread against SC. Miami lost. Michigan got pepper sprayed. They beat Ohio State, and we don't like that, but at least Michigan got pepper sprayed, and Miami had 2 pick sixes. Also, I'm sick and still not breathing right. Well, I hope you feel better. If this doesn't help you feel better, I don't know what will. You should drink through it. I think that'll help. $20 for Tom Chris. I miss you guys. Thanks so much for coming to the tailgate. It was beautiful seeing you. Play outbound. Hopefully we got a rough defensive game out of our system and we can make some noise. Listen, almost to the end, then we'll go to the calls, you guys. Thank you for dealing with this, but you got to understand this is a unique night. Just like you could look at Northern and be like, oh, we need to learn from that and get our shit straight after that or whatever. Maybe this was a little bit of a wake-up call, too, for a defense that started to feel itself a little too much. Like, is anybody understand? Get what I'm saying? Maybe this is like a little bit of a wake-up call. For there was series and plays where it looked like Notre Dame was not used to defending really good athletes in space or physically. And I think you can make an argument that for the last 10 or 11 weeks, they haven't had to do it that often. Maybe this was a healthy wake-up call. $10 holler from the local. Such a great season. Congrats to the coaches and players. Thanks to Johnny for providing us a place to congregate as diehard fans. I love doing this. $20 holler. Convict Inc. I like it. Love you, Johnny, and love the art of this team. Hey, they could have packed it in even tonight. Not so fast, my friend. Before elder abuse, not so fast, my friend. Mac, $10 holler. Go Irish. Oh, I love it. $10. I'm live from LA, boss. ND 1002 1002 $5 holler. I love it. $2 holler. Wells Lamont, player of the game. It's Reggie Brooks. Put some respect on JD Price name. Yep. Nikki Dean loves to be heard and seen. Going to the playoff game dressed as Santa Claus, baby. This is what I'm talking about. I want Rudolph flying around. I want all that. This is why we watch and love you, John. Lawyer Cop, $10 holler. Look, Lawyer Cop shows up when they realize that multiple of my callers lately are like, yeah, I can't leave the state, or this might be a parole violation. I'm the place to be for Irish guys with a record. $10, but they're mine. They're good people, though. They just made a mistake. They're my people. I love them. I trust them. $10 holler. This is why we watch and love you, John. Love to all ND and Irish, always Irish family members, near, far, and beyond. Thank you. What a nice message. $10 holler from Soli. Way to get it done. Go Irish. Thanks for the bragging rights for all of us Westy Irish fans. Chicago's very own Tom Frowley. Oh, he's got to be so happy. We'll get him on the line soon. I wish my dad was here. There's a lot of that, Tom, and that this is the night to be thinking of all those people we love that we wish could celebrate this, or that put us down this track of lifelong Notre Dame fandom. Prime, $10 holla. Go Irish. I was at the game. I'll have to call in sometime. So you were at the game out in LA. Give me a call back if you haven't joined a cult yet. $10, $2 holler from TNAP. Let's get game 1 of 4. What do you say, Johnny? Well, you can't win. I'm not good at math. You could ask Pat Cotter that. Only B I ever got in college, math. and Pat was in the class and got an A. I'm still not over it. Never give up, never give in, $10. 469. The SEC and Big Ten tiers when Notre Dame wins it all is delicious. Well, you got to tighten some things up. But for tonight, you can't do any better than what we did. 80s guy, $10. Christian Gray had a bad game, but in my opinion, redeemed himself to pick 6. Yeah, I mean, the penalties were rough. And again, that's what it looks like when you're not used to playing good talent and then you have to compensate. That's what it looks like when you're not used to or can't keep up with that talent. But you totally redeemed yourself. And it was good to see, man. Good to see. $5 R. Mendoza. John, how about that, baby? What a job by Freeman. 10 straight wins. Here come the Irish playoff time. $10 ND and NC. Oh, I like that. Slides off the tongue, girl. Great win in season thus far. Now let's see how red Brian Space can get tonight. Looks like a Camping World Bowl team to me. I forgot about that loser for once, and it feels damn good to not have to worry about him and be, instead of ripping on Kelly, to be happy about what we did. Feels damn good. Mike Summers, $20 hour. Now, if I could do both, that's kind of what I prefer, but, we'll get there. There's been enough good things for Notre Dame today. Good win. Now got to get ready for the playoffs. Great meeting you at the tailgate. You're the digger, man. You guys are fun. Early in the morning, you guys were fun. You are ready to go. You are partying the whole day, and I love it. And I'm glad we connected, man. Let me know if you guys are going to go to the playoff game or what the plan is. I've been avoiding all those discussions out of bad luck. Heather Ann, $5 hour. I can attest that Steven Arado is, in fact, having a few since my team, FSU, crapped the bed this season. I'm enjoying you guys. Go Irish. Heather, oh, I'm sorry, sister. They did more than crap the bed. I mean, woo, baby. That's rough. But I'm happy Steven's a good guy. I'm just glad he's happy. $2 hour from Erica. Oh, I bet you she's drinking. Oh, I bet you she's drinking the Fireball. Oh, I bet you she's drinking the Fireball. Tom Frawley, Chicago's very own. He gets the first spot. Pat, I got you. What's going on, Tom?
Oh, John, I wasn't able to speak until 5 minutes ago. I mean, my God, I haven't been this happy since 1988. I swear to God, I'm not going to say one negative thing about tonight.
Yep.
But I will tell you that interception return by Christian Gray, God love him. He hung in there. He hung in like a champ and what catch on top of that. What an unbelievable pick. And to take it back, I mean, and then to see another pick 6 like Xavier Watts did. I mean, that's never happened before. That will go down in the history of Notre Dame. I'm so glad I'm alive that I got to see that. Are you kidding me? There was some tweaking. There's a lot of tweaking that needs to go on. There's a lot of homework that needs to be done. But you know what? I had a feeling all week. I said there was nothing funky was going to happen to us in that Coliseum because we're able to run the football and the way they ran that football. And I wish the defense could have gotten a little bit more pressure on the quarterback earlier on, and then we could have imposed our will earlier. But if you can't stop the run, you're not going to win many ball games. So that was a hell of a quarterback. That kid's a good quarterback for USC, and those receivers are good ball players. We haven't seen a quarterback or the receivers like that all year. So you know what? Not only did we cover the spread, but we won the game, and we're going to the playoff. And I'm going to get tickets. I had a friend of mine, a season ticket holder. He can't use them. He promised to sell them to me for face value. I'm taking 10 neighborhood guys. I'm taking my animals from the neighborhood. We're going down.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yes, Tom. It's a beautiful thing. Tom, this is history, man. You've been around a lot of good Notre Dame. This is a different kind of history. Whatever happens from now on happens, but this alone makes some history. And I'm so happy for Marcus, man. This is a big, big night for the program. This is a huge night for the program, man, in every way.
Yeah, and the fact that, rivalry weekend, it started to go funky, and we started to see it, and then, the Irish just hung on there. They did what they had to do to hang on, And you know what? I'm just gonna jump off. I can hardly talk, Jeff.
Yeah, Tom, I love it. I know how much this means to you, and I know how much, like Pat,
Oh my God.
I know how much USC means to you. It's just a different animal. Everything about it hits you to the core and the soul of everything that you stand for. Like, that's what this means to everybody. And Tom, I'm so happy for guys like you, man. You are just,
yeah, me too.
It's beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
And how about, for guys like, Dr. John, it's been around since long before I was around, and it's just the great fandom and the great guys you've assembled on your site. And it's just magnificent to see this. I'm not looking at any naysayers. I'm not looking at, my phone started blowing up a little while ago.
Yeah.
What if? The what ifers started.
Can we just have one night? Can we just have one night to be happy? Yeah. Jeez. Like, it's Tom,
Absolutely.
this is history, man. This is
Absolutely.
history. And I'm glad we're all here for it together, man. Like, this is just a big, big moment. That this is literally in the illustrious history of Notre Dame football. And everything Frank did in his era and how much reverence I have for that and everything. This is a new piece of Notre Dame history that we're all experiencing together. And it's a beautiful thing, Tom. I'm glad we're together for it.
And how chippy. Now, I was listening to the Notre Dame radio broadcast while I was watching the television. And Ryan Harris kept saying from the first quarter on how chippy and how USC and the trash talking they were doing. Everybody went ballistic when Ryan Day punched that guy when he was down. You know why he punched him? Because he kicked him in the balls right before he went down. Nobody saw that.
Yeah, show the full film. Show the full film, right?
Yeah, the typical USC pimpy. They're pimpy human beings. I can't stand them. They Snoop Dogg and all your gang banging ghetto bullshit. You know what? I got it swinging.
I like Snoop. I like Snoop. Come on, man. Snoop and me are cool.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fuck him.
You went from crying tears of joy to F Snoop Dogg real fast, bro.
Oh, I hate that son of a bitch. And I hate all those people out there just like you. Go Irish. Hey, whoever we get in the playoff, I can't wait. I'll see it South Bend. I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to be the 20th or the 21st.
Yeah.
But I'm so delated. Listen, I'm going to jump off the phone. You got loads of callers.
I love you, Tom. Yeah. Have a good night. Have a good one, man. Oh, man. That just blew up out of nowhere. That escalated quite quickly. Oh, Pat, what's going on? Got to be a good night over at the Cotter household.
I don't even know how to follow it, man.
It's kind of tough. He blew up on it. He was crying tears of joy. And then he hated on my guy.
I love Tom. He is wonderful. You know what, John? This is like you said. There's no negativity here. I don't care how the game looked at it.
Yeah. People want you to talk closer to the phone. I don't know what you're doing, but they want you close to the phone.
Oh, really? Because I got my button here. Hold on.
Yeah, you sound like you're down a mine shaft.
All right, how's that?
That's 100% better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have. There's no negativity in this game. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Notre Dame won. They did what they're supposed to do. And John, everything you talked about is the reason why everyone loves your show. You talked about the people that you wish were here with us to see this moment, to be here. You mentioned our dear friend Tyler. This is people will come to Always Irish because it's not just about football. It's about family. It's about the Notre Dame family, and you really do bring it to there. And I appreciate everything you do for it. This was so great. And you were talking about how this is a different era of football with what Notre Dame did here. And I kind of had that moment where. Christian Gray is having such a bad game, and they're going after him, and the kid keeps fighting and keeps fighting. And it was that Newt Rockney, your back's up against the wall, and you have to make that play. And my brother and I were sitting there. Someone's got in this defense, has to make a play. Someone has to make a play. And then Christian Gray, the guy that they're just coming after, just relentlessly makes that play. He makes that play. That is a Notre Dame play. It was a legendary play for Notre Dame. And now, you know what? They got 3 weeks to rest. They got 3 weeks to get healthy. They got 3 weeks to work on the things they need to work on. It's wonderful. This is a great day for Notre Dame football. There's no negativity today. Everybody enjoy this 100%. This is what it's all about right here. It's about the Always Irish family enjoying this victory. Go Irish.
Yeah, it's history, man. And and there's going to be 3 weeks to talk about what you got to improve on and what the matchup's like and blah, 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 blah. But this is a major accomplishment. What do you feel about what I referenced about Freeman and how happy I am for him? I mean it, man. It has not been easy for that guy. I'm really, really happy and proud for him, but they had to earn it, damn it, the hard way. And they did. What do you think about that situation? I'm so proud and happy for that guy.
I'm ecstatic for him. He did it, John. He just did it. You know, what else do you have to say?
Yep.
I don't care what the game looked like. I don't care how the defense played or how the offense played or how the specials. I don't care about that stuff. You needed to come out of this game with a win.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And you did it. Came out of that game with a win. And so you're going to the playoff. You get to sit back next week.
Yep.
And relax and watch these games. And scout, you could sit there and scout who you think you might be playing, and just relax. And you got 3 weeks off to get ready for this, and it's just what it's about. And so Notre Dame did everything they were supposed to do. They accomplished their goal for the season. Northern Illinois doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. The only thing that matters right now is that Notre Dame will probably be the 5th seed in the playoff, the 5th seed, and they're going to have a home game.
Man,
like there's going to be a football game in South Bend, Indiana, in December. Get your Parker boys. We're going play. We're going to go watch a football game.
Yeah. It's I think you're right on all that. It's just this is truly Notre Dame history. And I'm just happy for everybody involved, man. The fans deserve it. The media following this team that always has to deal with a frustrated fan base. They deserve it. Me having one foot in that world, they deserve a break. Like everybody involved here deserves something good, but it wasn't given to us. This team had to go out and earn it the hard way because of what happened week 2. And they did. They earned it the hard way and they pulled it out. And I'm proud of everybody involved. And Pat, you're right. It's not like they're sliding in the 10 or 12 seed here. They are well positioned to have a favorable chance to make a run, even with their flaws, to make a run.
Mm-hmm. They're well positioned. They're in the perfect spot. The stars are aligning. Ohio State loses to Michigan, a game they're favored by 20 points. Like Miami loses. The stars are aligning. Notre Dame is in a perfect spot to be. They get to sit back and relax and not have the stress of, are we in, are we not? We're in. We got a home game.
Yep.
The Irish have done what they were supposed to do. Great job, everyone.
Yep.
Great job. The fandom, I am so happy for everybody who's actually a fan, not the trolls in here. But it's a win. John, and you know what? You talk about you're happy for Marcus Freeman. I'm happy for you because you were the guy 3.5 years ago who said Marcus Freeman is the guy. Before Brian Kelly left Notre Dame, you said Marcus Freeman is the guy. And then you have constantly had people come onto your show and attack you about everything that happened to this football program that put Marcus Freeman in any negative light. And they put it all on your shoulders. And now I know you have nothing to do with any of it. You didn't hire Freeman. You didn't call the bad plays. You had nothing to do with it. But I hope you feel vindication. The season's not over, but John, I hope you feel vindication for putting all of your support behind Marcus Freeman because he has proven that he is the right coach for this program. And now that Ryan Day is going to get fired, we better have an extension signed before the playoff committee meets next week.
Man, I appreciate you saying that. And I still think there's more to accomplish for sure. But this was a big hurdle in the year that it had to get done. And it did. And I'm happy for everybody involved, but I appreciate you thinking of it that way. Goolsby's mentioned that too about, he'll ask, how much your nerves are of just being a fan, and how much your nerves for this stuff is that you're so intimately tied to Freeman in a lot of ways. You know, like you guys that are close to me kind of see some of that. And, but I'm just proud of them, Pat. And I'm happy for you that you're with your dad and your brothers. And I know what this means. Your dad's got to have a big smile on his face and not mind if you drink all night and get loud. It's an exemption night, Pat.
John, when the game ended, he's like, put John on. I want to hear what John has to say. That was his, because during the entire game, it's always, this is how this shit goes out there. Every time we go out to Weirdo Land, this is how it goes. And so to have it end the way it did and to be able to celebrate it, it's wonderful. You know, look, like I said, I wasn't going to do the post game show with you because I'm here with my folks, and I am going to sit back. I'm going to watch you for a little bit longer. And I'm going to sit back. I'm going to watch the Texas A&M game. I'm going to have a few cold Miller Lights, and I am going to enjoy myself for change.
Good for you, Pat. Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. And you're with your family and everything. Be with them. Celebrate, relax, enjoy this one. And I got to say, thanks for all your support, man. You ain't getting paid the big bucks to be dealing with all this stuff and the trolls and getting in arguments and debating and covering for me and making sure the chat stays clean and up, all that, Pat. I really appreciate it.
I'm here for your brother, whatever you need from me. And, I just want to do some, like we already talked about Tom Frawley, Dr. John, Mark with glasses, Phil, sorry about last night, Phil and Erica. There's just so many people who are everyday people for your show. Adam Dowling, even Andrew Gilmore, who I'm with all the time. All those guys, they're all loyal to your show. Anyone I'm missing, Mark Holzum, everybody. I'm happy for all you guys tonight. I am happy for everybody. This is a great night for Notre Dame, and it's a great night. Sorry, Jay Carr, you too. It's a great night for Notre Dame, and it's a great night for the Always Irish family.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Very, very well said, Pat. Drink those Miller Lights, man. Have a cigar on the patio and enjoy this one. Soak it in. This feels pretty sweet tonight, man. It's been a tough journey and a long time to get here, but this is a big time accomplishment, man. Thanks for the kind words, Pat. Very well said.
Hey, and one last thing, my playoff goal is that I can find myself in a hot tub in South Bend in December with Dr. John.
There you go. Well, let's see if we can hook it up. Let's see and we'll throw California Joe in there too. This is going to be one hell of a party, Pat. All right. See ya. Have a good one.
Yeah. Bye, Johnny.
Yeah. Love you. Oh man, those are really, really good words. Couple chats, right back to the calls. Jason, $20 holler. Let's go, John. I'm here at the Coliseum with my son, and there's nothing better than to see this SC fan base moan and groan. Playoffs, baby. Jason, I got to tell you, not only thanks for the $20, but thanks for getting out there and repping Notre Dame. Everybody over there repping Notre Dame at the Coliseum tonight. Good job. Roger Dodgers in the chat, and he says, congrats, ND, on winning. If you're newer here, we got some newer people with different numbers tonight. Roger Dodger is a USC guy, but he's here all the time. I mean, all the time. Roger Dodger, SC guy in my chat all the time, all through the year, supporting the channel as an SC guy. I respect that. And then you being here today, I respect a lot. Couple other things I really need to get to. Callers, I'm coming right back to you. Trust me. Coming right back to you. Let me get caught up. $10 holler from the Ohio pod. I have decided if I can't be happy thanks to Ryan Day, the next best thing is seeing John Kennedy and my Irish friends happy. Congrats, everyone. Again, Eric at the Ohio podcast, Ohio State guy, but is here often, supports the show, helps me with stuff behind the scenes. And he's an Ohio State guy. So for him, for guys like Dodger to be here tonight, and for guys like Ohio pod to be here after their rough day, it means the world to me, man. The internet's a crappy place in a lot of ways. It's good for this. $2 holler from Wells Lamont. Player of the game is Reggie Brooks. City we go. I see. Oh, I get it. Every other city we go. Every other video. No matter where we go. Oh, man. You better believe I got a little montage coming up with a West Coast with some West Coast California vibes. You know I got that. I'm knocking over my own mic. You know I got that LA flavor coming to you. Oh, did anybody realize in the chat? Look, I'm knocking my stuff off. Did anybody realize I was laughing during the game? Did anybody else realize they played Regulators? And I was just thinking all my morning show people are going to know. I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting how to play defense, but I'll worry about that the next 3 weeks. Anyways, Domer Wop, $10 holler. This win was dedicated by Mark with Glasses as a 50th birthday present to his wonderful wife. All of us at the Always Irish family wish you a happy birthday. I'm telling you, she's lovely. She deals with us at these tailgates, and she doesn't judge us. She just knows we're just wired different, and she just lets us do it. It's so great. She really is lovely. She is wonderful. So is Mark, sweetheart. $5 holler from Matthew. After that fourth loss to Michigan for Ryan Day, ND needs to send Freeman an extension. Listen, that is a real deal. That is the real deal, rather. And if you, I don't know the status of any of these discussions or anything, but you would think now would be the time if you proved yourself in year 3 and lock in a home playoff seed. Now would be the time you would talk to Marcus about, have you proved enough on the field that we want to lock you in from 6 years to go to 10 or whatever you're going to do? And no, that doesn't mean, I'm coming right back to the callers, believe me. No, that doesn't mean somebody can't come in and throw them a bucket of money and steal them away. That could still happen. But the concept is you protect yourself as much as you can by saying, instead of 6, we'll add another 4, make it 10, and we'll double your pay. What's he getting? $6 million a year? We'll give you 10 or whatever because you did this. I don't know. But this was big time stuff, you guys. That Marcus Freeman needed this. Ronald went from hating on Notre Dame, they're never going to win anything, to now Notre Dame's won so much that Freeman's leaving. Ronald, I can't believe you. You're such a clown, literally. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. I tweeted, by the way, I wrote Ryan Day's blaming the loss on, and then I put a picture of Lou Holtz. I want to know where Lou Holtz is now. I want to know where your Just for Men NIL deal is. That's why he doesn't win anything big, because it's the Just for Men curse. It's too obvious how he's doing it. It's too obvious. Anyways. 765 Donnie with the $50 holler. I can always rely on him. What's going on?
Hey, John, can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear, my friend. We did it. Marcus did it. This team did it.
Go Irish, go Irish, let's go Irish. This is the most unbelievable thing since '88, John. I'm telling you, and you were spot on what you were just talking about. They better lock Freeman down. You know, I'm a big Freeman guy myself. I've loved this guy. This guy converted to Catholicism for Notre Dame, dude. Do you think he's going anywhere? Not if they give him a deal. If they give him a deal, he's going to stick around. Because here's the thing, John. John Robinson, the USC coach, second time he was back, 3 times he promised in the 90s that he was going to beat the Irish. They cut him loose after the 3rd promise.
Yeah.
Day is gone. Day is gone. I feel sorry for the people that love Ryan. He's gone, dude.
Well,
There's no way.
I don't know what they do then. Do they come after Freeman? Has he done enough for them to invite him back because they're sick of Ryan Day? I don't know. And does Freeman want to do that? I don't know, man. I don't want this to turn into that worry though tonight, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I don't think Freeman's going anywhere, dude. I really don't. I think he loves Notre Dame. I think he loves Our Lady. I don't think he's going anywhere. I hope not. But John, here's what I really want to talk about, and I'm not going to be long. You talked about, hey, Pat, go sit in your hot tub, have a couple cold Guinnesses, have a celebratory cigar, and thanks, Pat, for everything you've done for me. I appreciate it so much. I can't thank you enough. But anyway, John, here's how about 2 picks for 199 yards?
Yep.
Is that unbelievable?
Yep. And you know what, man? Here's the thing. The defense didn't have its best day, man. The defense was struggling a little bit. They were struggling to get off the field. It was a frustrating day by Notre Dame defensive standards. And what you needed to seal this was exactly what Notre Dame got. Big time plays made when you absolutely needed them with the entire season on the line. Most of my life, Donnie, Notre Dame's been on the bad end of those 50-50, those big game-changing plays when it all matters, when it's all on the line. Most of my life, we've been on the wrong side of them. It's just really, really good to win one once in a while.
Well, John, you were just born in the wrong era.
I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm at 40. I'm just at the cutoff of too young to remember anything good happening, but alive long enough to be miserable your whole life. That's what, if you're 40, that's what you got, man. Just alive, but couldn't remember anything good. Donnie, this is history, man. This is history, man. This is, it's a beautiful thing, Donnie. New history.
He doesn't understand why we get so excited about Notre Dame football. It's like, well, you didn't live during Ruholt's eras and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, John, here's what I want, and I'm going to end with this. You said about the people that couldn't be here to watch this. In 2011, Notre Dame had a kid. He tried to walk on. He didn't make it as a walk on, but he became the manager for the football team. Xavier Murphy. In fact, in 2011, Notre Dame wore a black X on their helmet with it was a black circle with a white X. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, but not all the details.
Okay. Well, my younger kids went to school with that family. They're good friends of ours. They live here in Anderson, Indiana. And he got leukemia. He lived 3 weeks. And he was a Notre Dame kid through and through. And, when these big wins and stuff like this, definitely think of him. And sorry, getting emotional, but he was a good kid. He was over at the house all the time. And that's the first time I met Captain Jack. And Brian Kelly was at his funeral here in Anderson. And Zave, this was for you, buddy.
That's good. I like that, Donnie.
Yeah, he was a good kid. Just one of the most polite kids you'd ever meet. He was school there at Notre Dame. He was a great kid. But they say only the good die young, right, John? So he was a good one. So anyway, I'm going to jump off that because we want to keep this thing positive. And hey, John, I think we're going to win 2 games in the playoff. This defense, I'm telling you, man, they're playing lights out. You saw the stat. They're a good defense. They're a great defense. And Leonard threw a couple doozies today. Threw a couple great passes. That one to Evans in the end zone was an awesome pass. I hated that cheap touchdown USC got at the end.
I'll get over it.
I hate those.
I know. I'll get over it tonight, though. I'll let it slide tonight. I'm in rare form, man. I'm just so proud of this team. This is Notre Dame history, and that's what I've been waiting for 40 years, Donnie, is to cover this team and love this team and be able to say on the positive end, Notre Dame's making history. And they did it tonight. And if you can win this round one game at Notre Dame, you could do it in a different way, and then you go from there. These are good times in Notre Dame. Anything else, Donnie? I really appreciate you calling and for all your support every single week, man. I appreciate you.
Well, I missed last week, John. Some family stuff going on. That's why I gave the $100 holler tonight. But anyway, I got one last thing. There's no way, John, that we could have a college playoff, the first year college playoff, and Notre Dame not be in it and have a home playoff. There's no way. College football would not be the same if that did not happen. Good job for Freeman. Freeman, get your big extension. Get paid. You deserve it. And let's go Irish now and forever. Thanks, John.
Oh, thanks, Donnie. Thanks for everything, man. Thanks for your friendship, man. The family loves you. It's great every time we see you, and hopefully maybe it'll be in South Bend in a few weeks. Take care, buddy.
See you, John. Bye.
Have a good one. Oh, what a good guy. Oh, what a good guy. Commander with the $10 holler. Congrats to the Always Irish channel and the team and coaches on turning the season around and giving themselves an opportunity to accomplish the goal. I didn't do anything to turn the season around. You just mean the quality of my show, Commander? I don't think I changed anything. What do you just mean? The quality of my show got better? Like I have anything to do with the team not losing anymore, right? It's just the way you said it. On turning the season around and giving themselves an opportunity to accomplish the goal. Last time we had this opportunity was a couple years ago. I'm telling you, it's just a good day to be. It's just a good day to be Irish, man. It really is. We've taken so much crap from so many people, so many years. Dr. John, I hope you're having a few drinks tonight, buddy. You deserve it. Oh, you deserve it so much. Oh boy. 574. Is this the Philly special and Erica?
Hey, John, how you doing, man?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, this is Phil Haig for people that don't know who this is in the chat. But, hey, I just wanted to say, man, thank you so much for your always Irish team, turning the ship around, guiding it in the right direction.
Yeah, I
know.
I know.
Playoffs out, and you keep the boys going.
I know. It's just funny how that came out. It's just, Phil, you guys are like such a key part of the Always Irish group and the Always Irish family now. It's just, and this is one of those nights where everybody in our group can celebrate together. And everybody knows how much this means to everybody in the group. Like it is a special, special night for our group. I hope you're with all of the extended family tonight, man.
Oh, I definitely am. All of us are here, and I'm going to talk real quick because I know you got a ton of callers. And then my wife has been bugging the crap out of me. She wants to talk to you for just a few seconds, and my father-in-law would like to jump on just real quick at the very end.
All right.
If that's okay. But what do you think about, to see Christian Gray getting attacked over and over and over throughout the game, and he had a couple, PI penalties. And to see him finally get a hold of one and take that one back, I mean, that was such a great sight to see.
Man, it's Phil. It's like Pat said. You want to talk about the Fighting Irish not just being like a term you put on a sweatshirt or a hoodie or something. That's what it is, man. You're getting picked on. You're having a rough day. And then you end up changing the game when it matters the most. Like that's the whole, what though the odds be great or small, the whole thing. That's the essence of it. I'm so proud of this team, man. Tonight wasn't perfect, and there's things we're going to have to discuss getting into the playoff, but they did a damn good job.
Yeah, they did. And the safety, Xavier Watts, I don't know if you've seen it early in the game. I mean, he had a horrible, the offensive guy was just holding on his jersey to prevent him from intercepting a ball. And to see him come back at the end and get that 100-yard pick six, that was another, a great play by the defense there.
Yeah. It was, listen, man, it was stressful. And I got to give USC credit, dude. They fought hard, man. And they got athletes. They got athletes. All of those throws to the sideline, they came down with a bunch of them and you couldn't figure out how they're inbounds, and they are. It's just, it's a pain in the ass playing USC in LA. It just is. You had to get through it, and you did. And I'm just so proud of this team, man. They never caved, and they pulled this off. I'm happy for Freeman. I'm happy for these guys. Great night. History was made.
Yeah, it sure was. I'm so happy. But I'll tell you one thing we got to get fixed, John, and you know this, and you know what I'm going to say.
I know.
Kicking game.
I don't want to think about it.
There ain't no way in hell we're going to go into this playoff if we can't make a 30-yard field goal
and
expect to win close games.
Yeah, you're right.
That's happen when you're playing these great SEC, Big Ten schools.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And maybe in 3 weeks they start figuring it out. Perhaps Jeter feels better. Maybe another 3 weeks is what he needs to feel healthier, and then we don't have that problem. Or they can work on plans to scheme going forward every fourth down, because you can't let that be the reason you lose in the playoffs. You absolutely can't do it. So I'm with you on that. But I want to figure that out later, and just be happy tonight, Phil.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to celebrate, be happy tonight, and keep it going. And, hopefully Jeremiah Love, hopefully that's just, just a cautious thing, holding him out the rest of the game, keep getting him healthy for the playoff game. But, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to be there for the playoff game, and I hope it's colder than hell. We bring a Southern team up here, and I'll put on my rabbit fur Mad Bomber hat, and my Carhartt suit. And hopefully I have icicles running down my beard. I don't care. I'm ready. Let's go.
Exactly. I love it, man. I love it. All right, let me talk to Erica. I'm afraid to ask.
Yep. Erica's in the bathroom. Here, how about her father-in-law?
That'll work. No, put her on in the bathroom. No, put him on, please. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get canceled. Put him on.
All right, here's Mark.
I can hear her yelling from the bathroom. I can hear her yelling in the background.
Oh my God, she's back there, and she is loud. She is loud. But hey, here's all I've got to say. I am so positive about the Irish. I'm sitting here watching the game at home. We got a crowd back here. Everybody's booing and hooing about what's going on with USC, and they're coming back in the game. And I'm like, hey, no worries. We've got this game in the bag. I wish more people would live life more positive like I do, because we are going to win the next national championship, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So, hey, everybody be happy, and everybody just appreciate our next step in winning the national
I love it.
championship.
It's a beautiful day to be a Notre Dame fan. I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me all these years. Appreciate you guys.
Hey, every day is a beautiful day to be a Notre Dame fan. Here's Erica.
Thank you.
Talk to you.
Beautiful.
Hi, Donnie.
Are you having fun tonight? You drinking? You got a mini keg of Fireball? What do you got?
Fireball and everything else that goes with it.
I appreciate it. I'm so happy for everybody, man. Our whole group, all of you guys that are so loyal to Notre Dame, so loyal to me. I'm at this extended Always Irish family, man. Everybody's poured so much into this over all these years. We deserve this. I'm so happy for this whole group. Every one of us, the whole group.
Yeah, we deserve this.
Yeah, and you know what? It wasn't given, man. The road has not been easy. Notre Dame had to fight for this, and Marcus had to fight for this. Like it has not been the easiest road, and they did it. And I'm happy for everybody involved. It's a beautiful night.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, we did it. So the next thing we need to do is, in a few weeks, we all need to meet up. You know that. So plan for that.
Plan for it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, you guys, thanks for calling, and I'll be in touch about plans to be in South Bend in a few weeks, okay?
Okay.
Have a good one. Take care. Tell everybody I said hi, and prepare your next Fireball keg purchase.
All right, John. Hey, get back to the next callers, man. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Phil, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the long-term support, man. Every time I come to town, you guys, I want to hang out. You're great friends. Thanks for everything.
Hey, John, every show, everything we can do, if there's anything we can do forward to support your show, always let us know. And, like Pat said it well earlier, there's so many people in this room. I'm not going to sit here and try to name them. It's just a great family, and I love this family. I love everything you do, and it's awesome, man. Just keep doing what you do.
Thanks a lot, Phil. Really appreciate you guys. Have a good one, man. Enjoy it tonight. Drink your little heart out. Have a good one. See ya.
All right. Good night.
Oh, man. Oh, it feels so good just to talk to all these people that have been through all the suffering and all of the anxiety and all this stuff together. Always Irish Senior. None of this happens without him. Why do you guys think I'm such a psycho? Because Always Irish Senior. You don't end up like me out of nowhere, man. Always Irish Senior's the reason all of this is happening, and the reason I am the way I am is because of Always Irish Senior. Love this Always Irish family. Let's keep it growing. Go Irish. How about some Fireball? Let's go. So Always Irish Senior. And, because he's senior and I'm junior, that gets a lot of attention. I want to mention my mom as well. She's dealt with a lot with us boys in Notre Dame, and she works her ass off for those tailgates. Dad does too. Andrew in Florida. Everybody, man. Everybody that helps with the tailgates, putting things together. This is a night to thank and celebrate everybody involved with the whole operation, man. The entire operation. Tim, what's going on, buddy?
Everybody involved with the whole operation, man. Tim's report. The entire operation. Tim, what's going on, buddy?
Tim.
Shut up. Everybody shut up.
What's up?
God, you know what the hell this means to me.
I know.
You just the perfect reference in. Your dad that made you Notre Dame. I miss him every day, and I text you enough. Oh my God, John, we took those sons of bitches out that horse. I don't want to cuss anymore. My God, John, we did it.
Yep.
Now we got to go on a run. I told you, like 88. I told you the kickoff. I told you that this is our run. Everybody wanted to run him out of town. No, he's a God-fearing man. We'll pay him. We will freaking pay him. John, I'm in tears. I got to basically, this means so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It means so much. So many people that this USC game, it is just not, this would all feel differently if we beat anybody else to do this, or if we ended with Stanford at the end of the year and did this. The fact that you did this against USC and it's a big deal, man. This is history, and I'm just proud we're all here for it together.
And screw that liberal crowd. I didn't cuss. No, I was a good boy. Screw that liberal crowd. You sold Notre Dame out, you lazy SOB.
You still mad at Kelly? Are you still mad at Kelly? Even I'm not talking about Kelly tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't screw Notre Dame.
God bless you, Tim.
No.
Oh, Tim, I love you so much, man.
Dude, I'm paying off on this bet. I swear to God, I'm paying off on this bet. You know how my parents met? They met on a train ride to go to Notre Dame. And my mom, and they got married. They couldn't have kids. I swear to God, they couldn't have kids, and I showed up. My dad stayed in cheap home hotels so I could go to Notre Dame. I didn't have a damn debt. And that ass clap from Florida, fuck you, I'm sorry. But fuck you. You arrogant son of a bitch. And I told you in text that you are better than someone Notre Dame teaches you. No.
Tim, are you having a good night? What would this call be like if we lost? What would this call be like if we lost?
No, I'm just pissed off that people don't get it. And John, you're a better Christian man. I'm trying to be a better Christian, but you put up with a lot of clowns. There's clowns in this group that wanted Freeman gone. They did. We won't go why they wanted him gone, but they are. I said, you caught it. Let's let this play out.
Yeah.
Let's see what we do in the playoffs. But no. You got to understand what this means.
Yeah.
You just got to understand. Your dad called it. This is SC. And those picks, I mean, my God. It was like 88. Our defense, if you go back to that game, our offense didn't play that well. Defense saved the game. But, John, this is SC. You brought up your father, your grandfather. This means that's the passion.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just different. It is genuinely, it's genuinely different. Tim, I'm glad. I know how much it means to you. I'm happy for you, brother.
I want to put somebody that introduced me. Dude, I really appreciate your friendship. You don't know how much your texts mean to me. I hope I don't bother you, by the way.
No, if you bother me, I wouldn't respond, and then you would get the hint.
All right. Well, somebody wants to say hi to you.
Okay.
God bless. And, dude, we got to go on a run.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
John.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm not a huge Notre Dame fan, except for my brother, Tim. But he didn't have anything to do with social media, and I saw your show one day. I'm like, Tim, you got to see this guy. And I gave him your show.
And now look what's happened. Yeah, now look what's happened. We both aged 10 years.
Now you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're screwed, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel bad. There's times he's like, hey, you got to listen to his show. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
And now you're in trouble.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, though.
Now you're in trouble.
But it's so genuine.
I unleashed him on your show. He didn't even know what social media was.
Yeah, it's so genuine. That's the thing. None of it's an act. It's fantastic. It's just, it's so genuine. His love for Notre Dame and hatred for everything that goes against it. It warms my soul, man. I love him. I love when he gets worked up. I know it's coming from a place of love in Notre Dame. It's a beautiful thing, my friend. Thank you for introducing him.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys met. Your show is on his TV every day.
Man, that means the world to me. It means the world to me. I really appreciate it. All right, you guys got anything else for me? I want you to continue and enjoy your night. This is a great day for Notre Dame.
It is. Go Irish.
Go Irish. Have a good one. Thank you very much. Take care.
Win it.
Oops, sorry about that. $10 holler from Homer TD. And I'm going to tell you now, if you know, you know, this win means a lot to Homer TD on a very, very a very personal level. And I couldn't be happier for him and his family with this victory. So congratulations, Homer TD and the whole family. It means a lot to a lot of us. It doesn't mean as much as it does to you and your family. This was a big win for the Homer TD family. Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you guys and the family. I know this has to be a big relief, and you must be very, very extremely, extremely proud. Let me make sure I get a couple more chats, and then we'll go right back. Tom Mullery, $5 holler. Our roller coaster ride coming to an end. It's time to host a playoff game in South Bend. Oh, I like that. Little rhyming action. Look at this. Notre Dame's very own. It is the one, the only, the most venerable Mr. Jack Sacco. He does it all, folks. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Indy didn't even play their best game, but still dominated USC. Man, there were some, Jack, I like the confidence there, but I'm telling you, there was some, I sweat a little bit during this. Wellington, $100 holler. I really, really appreciate it. John, you built a great thing for us fans. I'm 64 and watch more ND games than I can remember. But your show is as special as any Notre Dame win, including the last one. I'm toasting you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Listen, I look at it as like a privilege to be able to kind of be a conduit and a voice for you guys, or let you guys vent, or whatever this whole thing is that feels more personal than just a run-of-the-mill show, whatever that vibe is. It's all because of you guys. None of this exists unless you guys want to watch it and find it entertaining or cathartic or therapy or whatever. Pat with the $10 holler. What a great win. What a great season. Look forward to what the playoff brings. Happy for the Always Irish family. In Marcus we trust. God, country, Notre Dame, go Irish. What a great, great message. Pat's always had a way with words. Even when it gets him in trouble sometimes. Domer Wap, $10 holler. God bless Donnie for sharing that deep ND story. That's who we are is at ND. Credit to you, JK, for being so thoughtful about his story. You represent the ND family well. I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. Thank you, guys. 386, you're in the mix. What's going on, Notre Dame in Florida?
Hey, Johnny, it's Irish Football Pod. The Neppers are fired up.
Telling you, this was a huge, huge day for the Notre Dame football program, and I'm just so happy for everyone, man. This is a big, big moment.
Same here, dude. Does it not seem like this team embodies what Freeman is? Hardworking. Christian Gray was getting picked on all afternoon, but guess what?
Yep.
He just kept battling, and he made the play that changed the whole game. It changed the whole game. We were only up 7. They were driving. And we 100-yard pick six, like you said, this is one of the first times in my life that we made the plays at the end to win the game. Yep. We made the plays, not the other way.
Yep. And you know what, dude? We've been talking about that. And something I've been writing and talking about is what Notre Dame coach and group of players are going to be the ones that say enough is enough. We don't care about this 30-year thing hanging over us and everybody's got a tweet. Notre Dame doesn't win a big game, blah, 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 on the biggest stage or whatever. Some Notre Dame coach and group of players is going to break through and say, we're done with this. We're better than this. We have the confidence. We're going to put it together. Their backs were against the wall tonight. It didn't go as smoothly as anybody was hoping. And they made the plays. I'm so proud of them. That's exactly what we needed tonight. And they did it, damn it.
They did it, damn it. And, man, I just couldn't be happier for the guys. They made the plays. They stepped up and did it. All the pressure was on us. Everything was on us. USC had nothing to lose except playing spoiler.
Yep.
I'm just so happy for this group of guys, man. The way that they rebounded, the NIU loss was exactly what they needed to get them in gear.
Yep.
And they've just turned it around so well.
Wait, let me ask you this. Can you now that they've done this and came back and are hosting a playoff game and may even navigate into the 5 seed, which people are saying maybe the most advantageous seed of all. Could you really argue now that the NIU loss really was the turning point on the good, like a good turning point? Like it was what they needed. That humiliation is what they needed to like make this happen. Can you make that argument? Or does that still sound immature to say that playing that bad against that team was the turning point? Can you make the argument?
Dude, in my eyes, the argument is made for me. It is totally made.
Yeah.
Freeman grew so much this season. His first 2 years, he's kind of just getting his feel for it, getting his feet wet. He had some big wins, had some poor losses. He took this, third poor loss and literally was like, that's it. No more. You saw the growth in the just turnaround in him this year, and it reflected in his team's play. I think it's totally warranted to say that loss is what brought this team to where they're at. That's my true opinion on it.
Yeah, it really does seem like it just seems like from that point on, Freeman changed and the attitude changed. Something happened, man. But they refused to lose. You literally could argue they were in playoff elimination games from week 3 on. And that is a lot of pressure on top of the already existing pressure that comes with playing and coaching in Notre Dame. And they won every single week. I'm so proud of them, man. I'm just happy for everybody involved. I can't imagine how relieved and happy those guys have to be on that long flight back to cold ass Indiana. They got to be so proud of themselves. No matter what happens the rest of the way, history was made tonight, and I'm proud of them.
History was made, dude. And, this team did it for themselves. After the NIU loss, they never even played uptight. They never got to that Notre Dame team that we've seen in the past that plays tight.
Yep.
All, wound up. They didn't get that way at all. They just kind of took that loss and said, you know what? This season's not over. We're going to turn this thing around and play how we know we're capable of playing. It just is really cool to see.
Yeah.
This team has been so fun to watch this year. At some points, frustrating, sure. But, as critical as we are as Notre Dame fans and lovers, we're always going to be, upset about something, right? But this team is so fun to watch. This coach is just, he really has a lot of people bought in. We kind of weren't sure. NIU happened, but man, you got to extend him, keep him there.
Does it not feel to you that he has grown a lot this year in this season? He just seems much more calm and confident about the way he operates himself. Like he just seems like a more confident dude, and like he maybe is finding his sweet spot of how he wants to lead this program. And I feel like there's a stability that comes from that vibe. Do you get what I'm saying?
Totally. His pressers have gotten better. His halftime and pregame speeches have gotten to make really, really well. He just has grown so much. I don't know what the switch was, but he's just grown so much this year as a coach and just as a good dude. And I loved how you opened the show. Nobody is more deserving than this guy. He just puts his head down and he works. If something goes wrong, he steps up, he takes the hit for the squad, for the program, and he just keeps moving forward. But comparing him to somebody like Ryan Day, I am just so glad that we have Marcus Freeman. It is just, dude, he is a Notre Dame coach.
Man, I'm happy for him, man. It has just been a very public, rocky, up and down journey to get to this year 3 position. And they pulled it off, man. They pulled it together. This was the big test for Marcus in year 3. We all knew the schedule was on the lighter end, even before we knew how bad Florida State was or whatever. This was your opportunity. You have all the year 3 history at Notre Dame, and you just kind of knew if you're going to do something, you got to show it here. And I'll be damned, they did. And now you got a chance to get greedy. We will see what these matchups end up being or what bracket you're in. I don't understand all that bracketology crap. But now you could start getting greedy and go, we're going to get hot and the defense will play better than they played today. And we're going to go on a winning streak and see what we could do. You got in and you're getting a hosting seed. And that was the first priority. Job well done. Successful regular season. Great job.
Job well done. 100%. And man, I'm going to hop off here because you got other callers, but think about this last point. How good and how exciting is our style of play going into a freezing cold game in South Bend in December. our style of play, it could not be a better scenario for us.
Yep.
Whoever comes up there, our style of play and our game type, I'm going to be confident whoever it is, bring it on.
Yeah, and that is, that's the other reason. There's a very, very big difference between sliding into like the 11 or 12 seed and being happy you made the playoff, whatever, and being in a power position where you're going to be able to host a game and maybe get it against a warmer weather team, so you have that advantage. Like those things are not equal. I would be very proud of the team if they slid in at the bottom, and they're going to make it, and you say, see what you could do on the road. This is different. You ended up in it. You fought yourself back into power position. And that's great. I am so proud of this whole I hope that plane is rocking back to Indiana. They deserve it. Good job.
They totally deserve it, man. Man, it's been great to chat with you all season long. Really just appreciate the show. Appreciate all the effort you put into it. It's an amazing product, and I'm just happy to be a part of it and talk to you.
I really appreciate it, man. And you guys are a good Notre Dame family. I love people like you and my brother and Bruce Hope that are Notre Dame fans down in Florida that represent. And we need people everywhere, not just in the Midwest or my area or whatever. And I love it. Knowing we have California people, knowing we have Florida people represent. I got Brandon Fry down in Atlanta. I love how we got everything covered, man. Keep doing your thing. And thanks for the calls. Always enjoyable. Thank you.
Hey, John.
Have a good one. Oh, man. Dude, this is just such a good night. $10 holler. Oh, I already did that one. Let's see what else we got. It's the Domer WAP $10 holler. Indy Championship has been the sign behind the bar. Free beer tomorrow. There you go. Let's go. 80s guy, $10. Hey, 80s guy. Something good with Notre Dame happened in the 80s. 88, baby. Championships. Let's bring it back. I guess Ryan Day won't be calling out any 80-year-old men anytime soon. Karma's a thing. Telling you, dude. I tweeted it the second that it happened. I tweeted a picture of Lou Holtz from the 70s and said, this is who Ryan Day's blaming. This is who Ryan Day's blaming the loss on. And it was just a picture of Lou Holtz in the 70s. And he looked like your weird aunt that comes to Thanksgiving dinner. That's what Lou looked like back then. Oh, my God. I love it. Rodney, what's going on? I know how much this one means to you. What's up, Rodney?
Oh
my God. Oh, Jesus. I love it.
Oh, man.
I love it. Listen, Rodney, I know how much this means to you, man. I know how you've been thinking about this game. You've been thinking about the buildup. You've been thinking about all the different ways it could go, whatever, man. I know you got to be loving this. And you're a guy that spent some time out there in California and in LA and the Hollywood scene too. So this has got to be extra juicy good for you.
Are you kidding me, John? In 2002 and 2003, I was out there. I'm sorry, 2002 and 2004 for Willingham's years. And I was living in LA, so I went to the Coliseum, obviously, those 2 years as we played out there. And we got our asses handed to us in the rain both times with two people behind me that were actually friends of my buddy that I went with who kept calling it, hey, hobbits, hobbits, hobbits. Like, part of the ring. It's like what you're drinking out of in that little chalice right there. So, there's been so much misery of that damn march or that not even the USC fight song, where the hell that thing is.
Yep.
So whenever I get a chance to rub that one in someone's face or get to gloat about it a little bit, I bring it out. Just kind of like the Florida State, what is that chop thing we're doing now?
Yeah, I hate that stupid. I hate that stupid chop. But dude,
John, I got a few notes, man. First of all, buddy, John. We've been friends for about 4 years now, I think. I think it was around 2020. I started listening to the show. So glad I did, man. Oh my God, what a breath of fresh air. My friend, and remember when I was at the Airbnb and I demanded a shot. Well, I can't demand anything of you, but I poured an Irish whiskey shot. Proper 12, a fighting Irishman himself. I'm going to take that shot right now. So here's the Always Irish Nation. Love everybody. This is the culmination of everything we've all been through. Damn, am I proud of Marcus, man. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of Christian Gray and Xavier Watts, who looked like he was out with an injury. Oh, my God. The resilient, dude, what it is this is what great teams do. They find ways when they don't have the perfect game. All credit to Lincoln Riley, man. Peak Lincoln Riley will put together a great game plan. Peak Lincoln Riley. And he put together one hell of a game plan. Those are some excellent receivers, man. And that is a very talented quarterback. Notre Dame had to fight to win this. I mean, the way Jeremiah Love set the tone, it was just you're preparing for that kind of game. Like, we're gonna have to fight for this one. The Fighting Irish, man. They embody what that means to be a Fighting Irish. For all those games that we were kicking everybody's ass today, I kind of had a feeling we were going to have to fight before games started, Sean. It turned out to be that way.
Dude, you're right about the Christian Gray.
The Always Irish Nation's going down the hatch right now. Here's the Always Irish.
Take it.
Got it. All right, cool, man. Awesome. Look, I wanted to mention a few names. My dad, Rick Skiba, who's now not with us. Pat Mearsman. My grandpa, Krauser, Bernie, the three of them when they were together watching, I remember the 1992 Sugar Bowl, the 1991 season, watching Notre Dame, who was big underdogs in that game, come back to win it. That was the game, and I saw many of them. I think I saw the national title game with them in the same living room. But, man, the three of them together were something very wonderful to see. You know, when there's certain people that just are meant to be around each other, those three together made football so much fun. And each one of them individually had their own things, but when that three got together with me, my brother, and I'm going to say some other names too, Mike Ekstrand, Chuck Ekstrand, Mike's dad, who's no longer with us, and Colin Bogren. This is, and I can name a bunch more, man, but Karen Smith. This is for you guys. This is for the Notre Dame Nation, man. And I just want to say this is a great, great time to be a Notre Dame fan, man. We are going to have a home playoff game, dude. This is going to be epic.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever happens.
Yep, I'm proud for everybody. This is the first big mission completed here for Marcus Freeman, and he hit the 3-year window. We all talked before the season. Success was a playoff, and if you want to get greedy, a home game. Nobody thought it would probably happen after losing to Northern, and you fight back like this, piss off the whole country, and end up in a great spot. Like, it's great to be a Notre Dame fan, and today you got upsets everywhere, and you won. Everybody's mad about it. It's great.
John, you know what it reminded me of? I was thinking of this. It brought me back to the Utah Game 6 game when Michael Jordan made the steal on Karl Malone to bring the ball down the court to make the final 2 points that he ever made with the Chicago Bull to ice that championship, that 6th championship in Game 6. Because they didn't have they were fighting that day. Scottie Pippen had his back was out. He was just the fact that he was playing at all was to his credit. But they had to fight so hard that game to win. And it just brought me back to that, like Christian Gray and Xavier Watts found a way to make something that was not going well for them today, man. They're used to winning that war, and they were losing that today. The offense kept fighting them, man. They kept them in it. And those 2 plays at the end, man, that's the embodiment of what Marcus Freeman, dude. John, Pat said you, but I'm going to include myself there because I saw it too. You and I kind of came out at the same time. Saw what Marcus Freeman could be. We saw that potential. And, buddy, it's come to fruition. We're seeing it right before our eyes.
Yeah, it's
let's go, John.
Yeah.
Love you. Thank you for everything you do and the Always Irish podcast.
Hey, Rodney.
I can't wait.
Rodney, thanks a lot for all the support, man. Every time we have an event, you are there and you're with the people, helping out where you can, and you're always got a smile on your face and a bottle of liquor to share with the group, man. I love you. Thanks for all the support.
And thank you. And by the way, your family too, man. God bless your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, Angela Rudiger.
Yep.
Everybody, man. Toast to Always Irish Nation tonight, guys.
There you go.
It's a celebration.
Thanks a lot, Rodney.
See you later, buddy.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Pat says Rodney's not blaming me now. Yeah, Rodney's hitting a little different tone. Last time when we lost to Ohio State, Rodney called in and yelled at Pat and blamed him. I think he was drinking. Oh, man. Scott W. with the $100 holler. Scott, I really appreciate it. And the kind words after it, too, man. And just appreciate you joining the show and that you find it fulfilling. And, man, you guys, I didn't expect any of this to be about me. It ain't about me. It's about you guys. None of this happens without you guys caring. Otherwise, I'm just a lunatic in his basement talking to his dumb self. And you know what else I want to say? I'm going back to the calls. Believe me, $5 holler from James. Those interceptions are worth $2 billion to the South Bend economy. And this is somebody who works at Notre Dame, by the way, James. God bless you. You're going to be busy. I hope you dress warm, James. I hope you dress warm. It's going to be busy in Notre Dame Stadium in a few weeks. That's the real deal about what this is all going to become now. And you guys have been avoiding it. I've been avoiding planning some things with Dr. John and Joe from California. I've been avoiding writing about it as much as I need to. Like, I've avoided because I just thought it was all bad luck. Now we can actually talk about it. A coffee for closers. What an appropriate name, finally. Marcus Freeman, get your coffee. Way to close it out. This is a historic day in Notre Dame football. No matter what happens from now on, it was so important, you guys. It was so vitally important for you to be able to make this playoff the first year. I've been talking about it. When you get into this 12-team format, how important it was for Notre Dame. I've been yelling about it for years. Ever since this got announced that it was 12, I've been saying, you need to spike your flag down and say Notre Dame is here and we're not going anywhere. Just count a spot out of your conference BS. Count a spot for Notre Dame. It's unbelievable. Domer, did you do that on accident? $300 from the Domer WAP. Mark with glasses, Gab with glasses, Mark with glasses, wife. I don't know. I think you meant $3 and accidentally hit the zeros. Sucks to be you. No, Domer WAP, let me know if that was an accident. I genuinely, there's a lot of phone lines. You know what that is? That pays for the playoff phone lines, baby. Scott W. Violence. That's the other thing I want. Domer, that $300 holler, it means the world to me, man. You're paying for the phone lines now. John is rich. Yep. Yeah. Who would have thought all you had to do was yell about Notre Dame in your basement with a lit up leprechaun in the corner and riches of gold and silver will emerge. Talking about violence, and you're talking about physicality, and you're talking about mindsets, and you're talking about this team is just kind of wired a little different. They seem to have a little bit of an attitude, man. They're not perfect. This team is flawed. They have weak spots. But I'll be damn, man, they be physical out there. These guys, and they got a little edge, and they talk, and they're a little chirpy, and they have a little edge to them. And you know what I want to say about that? Good. It is about time that we saw that kind of attitude from Notre Dame. Will the leprechaun mask catch on fire? I don't know, but I need you guys to let me know if you see the flames. Although I can see it in the backdrop, backwards reflecting, but if it starts smoking, somebody let me know, because I literally have it over the shade to give the eyes that look. Somebody's saying this isn't the attitude of a BK team. I'm not trying to troll, but I am honestly saying you're 100% correct. I don't want to talk about Brian Kelly tonight. This is market. I want to be very, very clear. Nobody's been trolling Brian Kelly more than me over their struggles this year. No one. And I take pride in how good I troll. I don't want to make it about him tonight. This is about Marcus Freeman. And you all know what I mean when the bigger the ball game a Kelly team was in, the tighter they played. Everybody was so scared to make a mistake. You could just see them out there. They were wound so tight. The biggest Shamrock Jerry saying, how do I call in from Ireland? I don't know how it works from Ireland. I don't know if I don't know if it will accept a call from Ireland. Jerry, I don't know that. I've gotten some Canadian calls. I don't know if it'll accept it from Ireland. If you're calling and it's doing something weird, I don't know if I could change that. Shamrock Jerry, though, I'd be willing to give you a link on another day for you to come on and talk live here. You're Shamrock Jerry over in actual Ireland. I would give you a platform. I will send you a link to jump on jump on this show at another time just to see what the reaction is. And I want your input from Ireland over the pond. So if you can't call because the phone, this setup is American and won't accept it or whatever, just let me know. Let me know. Man, this is just, I really appreciate it, all you guys. This is just a great, great day. Marcus Freeman and the physicality. Then I'm going to go back to the calls. There's a different tone. These guys play to win. They don't play scared to win. They play physical. They don't play tight, scared to go out there, let it all hang and make plays. It's just a totally different thing, man. It feels like a different thing. This team plays with confidence. It exudes some confidence. It has physicality. It has swag, but not in a braggadocious way that turns you off, but in a way where they back it up. Domer Wop says, yes, 300. Man, telling you, I appreciate it. I'm so proud of this team and Marcus Freeman, man. I'm so damn proud. My main man, Martinez. What's going on, baby?
Oh, shit, John, are you there?
I'm there.
Am I clear?
Yep.
Hey, man, how about that, huh?
I got to give you credit, man. You have been positive about this team all year. You've been calling me on those morning shows saying, Johnny, I think it's different. I think they're going to do it. You are one of the few people, not even including myself, that never wavered, man. I want to give you credit. You held firm on this team and Marcus all year and all your calls, and they did it, man. And I'm happy for you. I know how much this means to you.
Hey, thanks, man. No, but like I was gonna tell you, but no, you know, thank you. I appreciate that, but stop filming me. But yeah, man. You know, after that NIU loss, man, there was a bitter taste in my mouth for a long time. No negativity, man. But you know what? They came, man. They came like a tornado, homie. They came, they fucked shit up, and they left. You know what? They came like a tornado, homie. That's why I used to tell people, hey, homie, you don't want to get into it with me. I'm like a tornado, homie. I'm Mighty Mouse and Land of Giants, homie. I come, I fuck shit up, and I leave, homie. You know what I mean? But hey, Johnny, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. Like, you know, there was a time where I was like, man, my heart was broken because I poured so much in. Like I tell you, I fought with the guys in chat, but I love all of them. I love this community, man. I'm so happy for everybody, man, that's been with us through the good and the bad, through the thick and the thin. I know that they're just frustrated over 30 years, man, but guess what, man? There is a new return to glory. There is a new return to glory. Like I said, you know, and I hope that man gets an extension. I do, man, you know, and I'm kind of speechless. I don't have much to say.
Hey,
I love the fan base.
How proud of you? How proud of you for Marcus? How proud of you for Marcus Freeman in this turnaround, man? And in year 3, with all that pressure and everything, getting this done, I'm so happy for that guy, man. He works his ass off for Our Lady on that dome, and he deserves this, and he earned it, and I'm proud of him.
You know what that man did, man? I'll cut it real short. You know what that man did? He went back. He took responsibilities. We all kind of were like, okay, whatever, questioned it. But the thing was, he took his responsibilities. He questioned them. He put the blame on himself and the coaching staff. That's what a leader does. That's what a leader does. And that's Juan Pass never did that. But let me tell you this, man. Let me tell you this. Any fucking dick. Oh, sorry, John. Any SEC dick writers on any level, whether you're a writer, a fan of another team, anything. Let me tell you something, man. The reason why you guys got chaos is because, and this is the only negative thing I'm gonna say, is because now them bitch ass teams all gotta play each other, and they gotta travel north to Texas. Guess what? We've been doing it for the last 20, 30 years, and we got no credit, man. No goddamn credit. Guess what? The Irish, hey, man, not here come the Irish. The Irish came. And you guys better be ready when you come to South Bend. And South Bend is cold-ass weather because you're going to freeze your balls off.
Yep.
Johnny, I love you, man. I love the chat, man. Onward Notre Dame, okay?
Hey.
I love all you guys, man.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, man. Hey.
Commander Luke, the people I've gotten into it with, man, I'm sorry for I know. I think, hey, on a good note, Johnny, we'll end with this. They dismissed my charge without prejudice, man. God is good, bro, and God loves Notre Dame.
I like that. Hey, man, I can't thank you enough. I'm glad you found the show. You provide a very unique energy to the morning call-in shows. You provide a very specific, different energy that I need and want in my ecosystem. And I know it's all coming from your Notre Dame heart, and you mean it, and it's all genuine. And you're a valued part of this community, man. Thanks for always being here for me. Appreciate you.
You're welcome, man. Love you guys. Onward, Notre Dame, and on to the playoffs, and onward to victory.
There we go, man. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. That's my main man, Martinez. Yeah, go figure. I didn't figure we would win and we'd get the F-bombs we're getting, but it's a rare night. It's a rare night. Shane Douglas, I love being here watching the Always Irish family commenting on the game. Even the clown trolling us. You built something special your Johnny ball game. Hey, thank you, man. I don't know. It's I take the responsibility seriously here. It's oh man. This is 559. You're on the line. What's up, baby?
Man, John, oh my God, I called you. I'm the one that sent you. I'm in LA live. That's me. I told you I was going to come here, and I told you I was going to represent Notre Dame to the fullest. My kids and I are here. We were witness to everything. We saw everything. And I told you, John, I told you from the very first time I called you, I told you we got ourselves a coach. We got ourselves a team. We bougie, my boy. We need to sign him before Dumbos over there at Ohio State realize that they need our coaching. We ain't giving them up.
Yeah. Hey, I want you to talk to me. Since you were at the game, I want you to talk to me about that. What was the crowd like? Was it 50-50? I was surprised there was more people there than I thought there would be. What was the crowd split?
I would say it was about 50-50 or 45-55. It was either way it goes, but it was a lot of Notre Dame fans. It was just a great atmosphere. It was just something to be excited about. And these are the moments that as a parent, this is what I do for my kids to treasure moments like this and share it with them. And Notre Dame is a family, and I'm a family man, and it just feels so good. I was able to bring my sons and my nephews, and it was just an exciting. And we're representing that gold chain, my boy. I tagged you on a lot of pictures, and then we saw the guy from the Pivot, the one from the ESPN, Clark's son, his dad. We saw him. We took a picture with him too. It was just, man, John, it's just a great thing, man. And there's a lot that I want to say right now, but I'm just so happy. And we don't need to waste our breath on the past, because the past is the past. We live by the present and the future. That's what we do, boss.
Yeah, it's a great day for Notre Dame fans everywhere, and it's all about the family too. The Notre Dame family, the Notre Dame values. Everybody's talking about being with their loved ones for this. I'm glad that you were able to be with your people, man, and I'm glad you found this show.
Yeah, John, for sure. And then this is the thing, John. If you only knew what we went through just to get here, and a lot, but leave that to the side. But I want to say a special thanks to a lot of people that have been supporting me in the last couple of 24 hours. My boy JTL, JD, Irish Faithful, you, all of you, those leprechauns, all y'all, man, all y'all. Thank you. Thank your love and your support, and I appreciate everything you guys have done, like reaching out and everything under the situation that I'm going through right now. And I want to let you know. But this is the thing, John. This is about you right now, my boy. This is all about you, because you know what? We gotta get you at ESPN and have your own Always Irish calling show and get rid of that fine part, because you don't like when I call them and I let them know that this is Notre Dame Nation, my boy. This is Notre Dame. This is our moment. This is what we live for. This is our coach. This is why we are who we are. Wake up those echoes. Shake that thunder down, and let's go, Irish. We're in the playoff, baby, and I'll see all of y'all in South Bend on the 20th or on the 23rd. With my gold chain repping, and we bougie, my boy. We brought attitude, we brought swag, and we brought the mindset, mental state to SC to show why we are Notre Dame.
I love you, my friend. I love you. I hope I see you in a few weeks. I love you.
All right, my boy, thank you.
Safe travels, brother. Safe travels. He's another one calling from an abandoned mine shaft from 1924 in the hills of West Virginia. I mean it, Johnny. Your emotional outburst made me realize I'm not alone. Shake down the thunder. You know what, man? That's the only reason I have a following at all, is because I don't act like a media person. I live and die this stuff and like talking about it. I don't know. It's just, I'm a little different with it. All right, 1 second. I need to check something off screen. I'll be right back. I don't even want to tell you what I had to deal with at the house earlier today. I'll be right back. Like 10 seconds, literally. And then we're going right back to the calls. It's going to be a long night for Johnny Boy. I got articles to write out the wazoo. I got multiple videos to do. This is going to be one of those nights. I love it. Hang in there. 10 seconds. Oh, we're back. Johnny got it. You guys need to grow up. Where's Josh Pate? Oh, he's too busy picking against Notre Dame. Do I got to yell about that again? I'm a little disappointed in the amount of Notre Dame people that were writing to me. Oh, John, did you see that Josh Pate picked against Notre Dame? I got 20 different Notre Dame people that sent me that. Who cares what he thinks? I hope it was worth getting all the extra Thanksgiving clicks, Josh. 419, you're on the line. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Johnny.
What's going on? Thanks for waiting. What's up?
How's it going, man? Go Irish.
I'm telling you, this is a historic day for Notre Dame football. I'm so proud for everybody involved. Everybody involved deserves credit, whether it's the fans, the media trying their hardest to follow the team, all of us supporting them, the coaches, the players. Big time, like historically changing stuff happened. Great job.
And I called you before at the beginning of the season, and I said Freeman was a great coach. People didn't believe. He might not have the top recruiting class this year, but he's developing and recruiting a bunch of people to step in when we get injuries.
What
That matters.
I want to know, what do you make of his growth? Are you seeing what I'm seeing, where it really does feel like he is hitting his stride and finding, and he's just kind of finding himself? And I just think he's matured a lot in year 3, and it was right on time, right when he needed it.
I think this year he's pretty much said, F it. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm not going to try and be a choir boy. You know, I'm going to let everything loose, and we're going to do what we can do after the loss. And I think he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And like I said, this depth, with as much as we've lost on defense this year, there is no way that we'd have been able to do anything if he wasn't recruiting great classes.
Yeah.
And building up depth behind all the people that we've lost.
Yeah. Does it seem to you, it just seems like the player leadership and the coaches, they're wired a little different. Even at the end of this game, when Notre Dame had the game in hand, the coaches were mad about us giving up plays and getting after it. There is a different edge here. And it is the kind of thing that we have been begging for, is for Notre Dame teams to bring back that competitive edge that we haven't had in so long. It's a beautiful thing, man. For once, it came together for us. It's great to see.
Yeah, I'm just hoping Mills don't get suspended for that, nice little punch to the face.
Now, I have been alerted. Listen.
Hand right there, but you know what?
Listen.
Nuts,
yep. That's what I was going to say. If you're going to look at that, then I need you to look at the full film, and I need you to also see what took place before. So it looks bad in the moment, and I see non-Notre Dame fans already on Twitter saying, I thought you guys are classy and above all that, because it's a freeze frame of him doing that. You got to look at the big picture, and there ain't nothing any troll or hater's going to say to bring me down tonight. No can do.
No. If you get kicked in the nuts, I'd punch a guy in the face too.
Yep. And so
got me, but yeah. Once Kelly left, I told my boss, who's a Notre Dame fan, Kent, who you met at a Miami of Ohio game near the end of your tailgate. Shout out to Kent, best boss ever. I told him, I hope we get Freeman as our coach. And I had faith just then with just his defensive knowledge and how he seemed to have the kids with him.
Yeah, there's just...
So I think it's all going to work out, and he has grown so much this year. I think that Northern Illinois' loss
was a damn good thing because he used that as motivation. And unlike, previous coaches, we've been blowing everybody out. It's not been close. I know there's a bunch of negative Nancy's in this chat because I was in the chat during the game because I'm a Convict Inc., a.k.a. Brian. And there were so many people talking about this defense is trash. They're not elite. There was 2 short fields for them. They gave up a crap, 30-second touchdown at the end of the half.
That was not good.
We gave up 14 points driving the whole field.
I got to tell you, I almost lost it at that drive at the end of the half. I'm like, dude, you're feeling good because you're like, okay, Notre Dame's. Yeah, you're like Notre Dame's. Okay, you're like Notre Dame's up by a score, and then you're going to get the ball out of the half. That's where you get a chance to double up, and then you give them. That quarterback, I got to give credit. He was dropping some balls right where they needed to be for only their athletes to make plays on the sideline 24/7. It was annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah, but he was only doing that when we had no pressure whatsoever on him, and he was sitting back in the pocket, comfy as can be.
Yeah. Well,
there was any pressure on him.
Listen.
He couldn't make a pass. He couldn't pass it downfield. He couldn't do anything.
I'm going to tell you this.
Throwing the ball out of bounds before he ran out of bounds. So he's going to lose a yard.
There's going to be a time in the next 3 weeks where we're going to have a serious discussion about Notre Dame's pass rush and the ability to cause enough pressure. But tonight's not that night. And so tonight I want to celebrate. Anything else, my friend? Thanks for giving me a call.
No. I think it was a great game. Like I said, I'm with you with the Freeman thing. I've been down for Freeman before he even got hired. I was talking about he needs to be the head coach. I just had a feeling about this guy. He's going to be great. Love listening to you and watching you. I just don't chat as much because there's so many negative Nancy's in the chat.
Yeah.
They drive me crazy.
Yeah, it happens. Don't let him get to you.
I love you. Mark with glasses. He's always awesome. Jay Carr is always awesome. Just love it all.
Appreciate it, man.
Great win for the Irish. And hopefully we get that number 5 seed.
There you go, man. I love it. Thanks a lot for the call. And feel free to have yourself another drink. Have yourself another drink. Some purple drink. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. $300 gift was not an accident, AI family. I really appreciate it, man. You're paying for the phone lines. Jay Lehman, the nicest guy and the nicest guy on the internet. I'm just glad Jay Lehman gets to be happy. When you're as nice to people as Jay Lehman is from day to day, he deserves to be happy about football. Me, I'm not sure about that, but Jay Lehman, nicest guy around. How about this one? Homer TD, you're coming up. Tony, I'm very, very happy for you.
Hey, John. First of all, thank you for the kind words, but for some reason, my comments with my super chat didn't make it to you. And those comments are, number one, I'm so very happy for you. I started listening to you 4 years ago, and most people know I'm a Marcus Freeman Notre Dame fan, not a long-term Notre Dame fan.
Yeah.
But having listened to you and read chats and heard all this AI family and all the people that have been involved with this for a whole lot longer than I have, I'm so happy for them tonight. And that's so important to me, and it's so important to our family. But this is a big win. It means a lot to us, but it also means a lot to me because it means a lot to so many of your people, your family, your direct family, your AI family, all the regulars on the show. Pat, Dr. John, Tim, all those people. I've learned so much about Notre Dame from listening to this show, and I've become a real fan of yours and of the Irish and the Always Irish family.
Yeah, thank you so much, my friend. It's been a joy getting to know you and having you, ingratiate yourself into the Always Irish family in a unique capacity. And it's just been a joy, man. And the best part about all this is sharing it with that big extended family where everybody knows we're all in this together, and just our love for Notre Dame and it's a real blessing to be able to get to know all of these people from this show and then in person at these events. It's been really, really fulfilling for me, and I feel very lucky to be able to do this.
And I feel just as fortunate to have been accepted as part of this family and met so many people at the tailgates and, Jack Sacco, Mark with glasses, Pat, all these people. They're just fantastic people. And you've welcomed me as a Penn Stater into this group. And I know that's probably hard for you. Probably not as hard as being a Michiganer or a USC Trojanet. But thank you, and I'm happy for you and the Always Irish family.
Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. And this is a special, special night. I've thought a lot about it. And I wanted it so bad for these players. I wanted it so bad for Marcus, but they had to go earn it. And it was not easy. And USC played their hearts out, and they have really good athletes. And Notre Dame won the day, man. And I am just so proud of these players and these coaches, and especially Marcus, to be rewarded for all the work he's put in. I'm thrilled for that guy.
All right, Johnny, get on with your show. Go Irish.
Hey, I love you, man. And good luck with everything. I'll touch base with you in a couple days. So will the family. Okay. Take care.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one. The venerable Jack Sacco. 570. What do you know? What's going on?
Johnny,
What's up, buddy?
listen, man, I just want to say, today's win meant a lot more to me than just going to the college football playoff. Today before Thanksgiving, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and getting to spend that special moment and knowing that maybe he won't be here next year, and getting to see a college football playoff game in South Bend is something that I could never imagine, especially after the NIU loss. But we're gonna get past that. But it was just a special day for me. And Jesus, my heart was through my ass the whole game.
I know.
And that quarterback from that quarterback from USC. I mean, that quarterback from USC he is one hell of a quarterback. I didn't even know that they got rid of Miller Moss for him, but man, I was getting nervous. And Christian Gray, shout out Christian Gray, man. That's what you do. You fight through adversity. I got nervous when I seen Xavier Watts go down, but then to see Christian Gray get that pick, and then you get to see Xavier Watts do it, and you do realize this is the second time we punched our ticket to a college football playoff at USC. Like, there's nothing better than that. And Lincoln Riley, USC's gone worse in the last 3 years under Lincoln Riley than they were when they had Clay Helton. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
And I do think we're go ahead.
Yeah, you talked about the redemption for Christian Gray. Not his best game. He struggled. He got exposed a little bit. Like, he was grabby, like whatever, got some bad penalties at bad times, all this stuff. I'm so happy for that guy that he was able to make a play on the way back. And the resiliency and redemption that comes to mind with the team and with Freeman. Redemption. Christian Gray, redemption today. This team, redemption from week 2. Marcus Freeman, redemption from year 2. And scar tissue from Ohio State last year. I'm not giving up on that. There was still scar tissue from that lingered until Notre Dame did something that could overcome it. This is it. And if you're able to win this game, now you're on to something.
We were supposed to beat Ohio State last year too, and there's no way you should only have 10 men on the field. Or what was it, 10 or 11 men on? 10 men on the field. That was coaching malpractice. But you know what? Freeman has learned. He's a great recruiter, and just think about the direction this program is in. Because we've suffered so many different injuries. We lost Ben Morrison. All-American cornerback. He's going to be a day one draft pick. So just to see Denbrock's defense and the athletes, we can play with anybody in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas looks really good right now, but but Texas got smoked by Georgia, and Georgia got beat by Bama, who can't beat an unranked team. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone can complain about our schedule, and we haven't played anybody, none of this. You play who's in front of you, and no matter what you say, they always used to say, it's better to lose early in the season than it is late in the season. All we've done is dominate everybody we've played since our week 2 loss. And it's NIU. Well, people forget Michigan lost to Appalachian State. Like, they keep trying to say, like, this is the worst loss. We lost to a MAC team. Michigan lost to an FCS team at that time. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. It's listen, man. That's the thing. Now it doesn't matter what anybody says. Anybody can say whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Notre Dame's they got a home playoff game. It doesn't matter if people rip the schedule or not. It doesn't matter. Like, Notre Dame's getting a home playoff game. Now it's a matter of how healthy can you get? What does that seeding and bracket look like? And can you make a run? That's it, man. But for this weekend, we're gonna enjoy it, baby. We're gonna enjoy it.
Oh man, I'm on my 4th tall boy right now. Once Xavier Watts took that pick back, man, I cracked the 3rd one. I'm on the 4th one now. I've been listening to the show for 2 hours. It's a great day to be a Notre Dame fan. And you know what? I've been so nervous about this game and about Josh Pat, however the hell you say his last name. He's picked Georgia Tech to beat us. He picked USC to beat us. He picked Louisville to beat us. But, buddy, we just keep winning because you know what good teams and great teams do? They beat who they're supposed to beat. And we've done that since week 2. We walked in to SEC land, to Texas A&M, and we smacked them up, too. What more do you want us to do? Nobody knew that Florida State was going to be 1 in 10 or whatever they're about to be because they're losing to Florida. Nobody knew SC was going to be 6-6 after we beat them. But, they beat big, bad, mighty LSU. And you know what? I don't even want to bring up Brian Kelly, but how about Brian Kelly? And so much easier to recruit in the SEC at LSU. But Marcus Freeman got us in the playoffs in the first 12-team iteration. And you can't win more than 9 games. And this year, you ain't even going to win 8.
Man, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a full Notre Dame redemption story here. It's just a great thing, man. I'm so happy. And you know what else too, man? If you want, send me an email or something. I'd be happy to get your dad a candlelit at the grotto if you would want that. I could do that for you.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome.
It's the least I could do.
It was. We had a great Thanksgiving, happy belated Thanksgiving, and we had a great day watching the game today. And it's just, I'm usually full of emotion, but it's been kind of a rough, since finding out and everything. Emotion's been everywhere. But you know what? Today, we didn't talk about it, and we just enjoyed Notre Dame football. And I think more than anything, I wanted it for Notre Dame and for all of us. But I really wanted it for my dad, so we have that next experience. We're not playing in the Pop-Tarts Bowl and watching that together.
Yeah.
We're going to watch a meaningful game.
Against LSU and Brian Kelly for nothing.
LSU's going to be in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah.
But, hey, one quick question. What do you think about South Carolina? They beat Clemson. Miami loses. Clemson goes and beats SMU. Does Clemson get the 12th spot or the South Carolina?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know because now isn't Clemson in the title game, even though they have a few losses now, right? I don't know.
Because Miami lost. So
yeah.
Clemson's in the game.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure out all the bracketology. I'll be honest. So I'll have to look into it. And you know what else, too? You know what else, man? A part of me didn't want to think about it because I thought it was jinxing us to be worrying about the bracketology before we even get there. I didn't want to jinx us. Now that we're officially in it, I could give more time to thinking it through.
John, I'm not even going to lie. When I was watching football yesterday, all I could think about is when I watched the Georgia Tech game and I had a 3-leg parlay on Georgia Tech winning the 3rd quarter. I had them on the money line and I had them winning by 7, and they went up 10. It would have won me $240, and they blew it, and it was the 8 overtime game. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, what's going to happen tomorrow with SC? Because no matter what, SC still has 5 stars. Lincoln Riley's still a smart he's still a smart offensive mind. And I didn't know that their quarterback was as good as he was, but You know, I was just, man, my stomach's been in knots. But watching the whole game, it was just, man, the butterflies.
I know, man. I know. I want that NIL. Dude, I need an NIL deal with Pepto-Bismol. I can make funny commercials off all my digestive problems. When at Notre Dame, my stomach was turning in circles.
John, I swear I got Pepto-Bismol Ultra in my bathroom.
Bro, I'm telling you, you need to mix that thing with some ice and pound it. I mean, I need an NIL deal. Hey, God bless you and your dad as well. We'll get a candle in, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, I'll be at church Sunday lighting candles. So
there you go.
It. Thank you, John.
Beautiful.
Go Irish.
Go Irish. Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one, buddy. How much time you got, buddy? What is it you love? What is it? What is it you have exactly against Ohio State football? How much time you got, buddy? Domer Wop, $2 holler, $300 for not in. You didn't have to add $2 to $300 to do that. I don't know why that's funny. Has anyone seen Kent? Oh, man. All right, I got a couple chats I need to catch up to. The $5 holler. Notre Dame versus Indiana in prime time will be a ratings bonanza. The only problem with that is, James, the only problem with that is that means you're giving up the home field advantage of having a cold versus warm weather situation, right? That would be the crappy part about matching up with Indiana. Unless you figure it's such a favorable matchup compared to some others, you're not worried about that. Indiana certainly isn't going to be affected by the weather the way a warm weather team would be. So that's kind of something on the downside. Has anybody seen Kent? I know. Kent's probably down and out. Down and out. $20 holler from Pilney. Freeman has put the fight back in the Fighting Irish. Old Coach Leahy would be proud. Wore my Tom Clements jersey. You said you were going to do that from 73. It was a throwback victory in many ways. Frankly, in the Fighting Irish, there's a lot of Notre Dame history in here, folks. And Notre Dame made some today. A lot of Notre Dame history, and Notre Dame made some today. $2 holler from the Convict Inc. Love you, Omar. Telling you, Omar, you got a way about you. You're the people can't get enough. Pilney with the $20 holler. Our chances of seeing OSU in the playoffs now is high. Might see them in the first or second round. Then the season could come full circle. We need to stop OSU on the way to a title and shut them up. Yeah, and there's something to be said for that, of whether that is that a tough matchup for I know they played bad against Michigan, but is that a tough matchup for Notre Dame compared to some other ones in round one? I'm going to say yes, regardless of how they played and blew the game today, and Ryan Day, the big game flop and everything. I don't think you want Ohio State round one. There are way more favorable matchups roster-wise to have Ohio State in round one. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that and people want them in round one. I just think that you could have a lot of easier roster matchups than Ohio State in round one. And again, there's no cold weather benefit there either. So that's very interesting. 469, what's going on? See ya, Pat. Thanks for everything, buddy. Have fun with the family. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. This game, this win, and I don't I've been waiting on the line, and I had thoughts, but now I'm starting to get choked up.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, man. And you wouldn't be the first. You wouldn't be the first. This is big. Everybody here understands this is bigger than one stupid football game out there. This is way deeper. It means more. It's bigger than that. And that's what I love about this community. Everybody understands that. It's way deeper than just one silly game and scoreboard. And I love that emotion from you guys.
So I just want to share with you my personal, journey with Notre Dame and why this game in particular is such a big one for me. So I was 10 years old in '88 when Notre Dame won the last national championship. My family, my dad's side of my family is from South Bend. My dad was born and raised in South Bend, but myself, I'm from
Long Beach, California. And as far as my family, all I knew all my life is Notre Dame. I didn't know anything else. I didn't even know there's such a thing as a school, USC. I mean, I saw the football games, but I didn't know about USC. Growing up in Southern California, I knew nothing about USC. So I started going to school and found out most kids in Southern California are University of Southern California fans. Surprise, surprise, right? But for me, all I knew was Notre Dame, you know? And especially end of the year, the games, you know, ending in USC, you know, that ended up becoming such a big part of my life, you know, and being able to talk trash, you know, to other kids, you know, coming back from a Christmas break and New Year break, and how we beat you, you know, all that stuff, you know. But I remember calling in and talking to you and telling you that this team is different, and talking about Marcus Freeman is different. You watch the games, it's different, and this game proves it. You know, there are Notre Dame teams in the past that, you know, when they get punched in the mouth, if they did the way they did in this game, they may fold. But this team didn't. Christian Gray got picked on all night. What did he do? He responded and had a highlight reel play. That doesn't happen with other Notre Dame teams. I'm not going to mention names. I'm just going to say that this team, Marcus Freeman, is different. It's built different. This is a national championship team. You've got a whole bunch of teams out there with flaws. And Notre Dame's sitting there licking their chops like, let it get a piece. Let us get a piece of Georgia. Man, Georgia took Georgia to overtimes. You think Notre Dame can't handle them?
Yeah, it really does seem.
Dame can't beat Michigan.
Yeah.
You think Notre Dame can't handle them? Come on.
Yeah, it really.
He's just itching for the opportunity.
It really does feel like a year where there is no dominant head and shoulders above everybody else team being chased. Everybody's vulnerable. Everybody's had time. Everybody in that top 10 has had off games or times where they look vulnerable. This is about having some good matchups and then getting hot and taking advantage.
I'll tell you, there's one team that I actually would be scared of. Really truthfully. That's Oregon. Because all the other teams have been beat. Oregon's the only team that hasn't been beat yet.
That's true.
So if there's one team that I'm looking at like, you know, I don't know, that's kind of scary. It's Oregon.
That's a fair point. Yeah, they've yeah, it's a very, very fair point. And you know what else too?
Everybody else has gotten beat, exposed.
And you know what else too? Long-time Big Ten fans of these traditional Big Ten programs, they can't be very happy that Oregon marches into their conference and assumes a power position at the top right away. If I was these people, I wouldn't like that very much.
Oh, you got Texas marching right into the SEC. And immediately, as soon as they show up, like, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
What's up? Big bad SEC, but we're taking over your championship game. Oregon doing the same thing, coming into all these conferences, talking about, if they played in this conference, man, come on, get off the gas. You know what I'm saying? These conferences are so full of themselves, and they always talk about Notre Dame. Well, you joined the conference, you just the middle of the world. Notre Dame joined the conference in 2020. What they do is go to a championship game. Come on.
Yeah. It's man, but what a great comeback, great redemption. This team is they made some history, and we're gonna see what else they can accomplish. Anything else, my friend? Thanks for holding on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just want to say Notre Dame's winning the national championship. I'm going to continue to beat that drum until I can.
There you go, man.
They're going to win the national championship. This team is built for it. Marcus Freeman has a killer instinct mentality. He does not care. He's going to go for it on fourth and wherever on the field. He's going to do whatever it takes.
Man, I like the positivity, and you can, dream big, man. You're here now. Now you may as well get greedy. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Safe travels wherever you're driving. Okay.
Go Irish.
Have a good one. I love that guy. He's all over the country. Long-term driver. He'll be calling me from different states. It's really interesting. I'm cross country here. I'm over here. I'm over there. Really, really interesting. 2-3-1. What's going on? 2-3-1. Let's have fun. 2-3. Somebody. Oh, sorry. 2-3-1. I hung up. Call back. I'll get you back. 575. Call back, man. 575.
757, what's up, John?
Okay, what's going on? Hey, thank you for the call. Thanks for holding. I appreciate it. What's on your mind?
Yeah, no problem. It's just a big win for the Irish today. Just thought they played well. Just a little things defensively they could have touched up, but overall a great win. And hopefully they can correct the things on defense in the next couple of weeks before the playoffs. But it's a good day to be Irish fan, and great win against your arch rival.
It really is.
To do to take care of business.
It really is. And what are your thoughts on this team coming back from week 2? The way Marcus Freeman has seemingly grown with his team, and they never lost a game with their playoff lives on the brink the entire year after week 2. Like, how proud are you for that operation, pulling that off?
Very proud, because be honest with you, I didn't after that loss. I didn't expect them to perform the way they did the rest of the year. They progressively got better as the year went on, and not only that, they just, I know the schedule was a little bit down, but they dominated the teams that they played on a week-to-week basis and progressively got better, which I don't think you can say about a lot of the other teams, top teams in the nation this year.
Yeah, it is. It's really been a joy to watch, and the pressure has been as high as it could possibly be, with Notre Dame feeling like if you lose, you're probably out, and they've run off a 10-game win streak. I know the schedule wasn't brutal, but they were kicking the crap out of everybody. Like, they did everything you could ask. They blew out bad teams. Games weren't even close, and they got better, and they were peaking at the right time. They won through injury. Like, they just did a hell of a job this year. Everybody involved deserves credit. And I'm not used to Notre Dame being the program that emerges on the plus side of these moments. And I'm so proud.
Me too. Yeah, I am too. It's been a long time. There's definitely been plenty of games where we've been on the the wrong end of this, especially close ones, and then ones that weren't close. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
And it's just a big win for the program, and it's always good to dominate your arch rival, especially in the way that they did. Those 2 pick sixes were big. I mean, you can't ask for any more response than those. Especially with Christian Dragons, he was getting picked on all day, and he responded when he had to in a big way.
Yeah, and you know what else too? This is obviously going to be a bigger deal should Notre Dame win a playoff game. This will all be a bigger deal retroactively, right? The further we go, the bigger this moment's going to be. And if you flame out round 1 at your place, it's not going to mean as much as if you make a run. But man, I gotta say, we complain all the time that our highlights are grainy VHS footage that's from looks like the Zapruder Kennedy film. It's just damn good to have these highlights in 4K modern streaming on YouTube and not on your grandma's VHS tape collecting dust in the attic. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we have some new damn highlights.
Absolutely. And there's no doubt that Jeremiah Love is the real deal. I mean, J.D. Price is too, but Jeremiah Love is exceptional. And hopefully he heals up quickly for the playoffs, because there's no doubt that guy is the best athlete on both sides, week in and week out. And, if he was the featured back on another team and the sole back on another team, he'd be in the Heisman race. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you, man, that guy's cut different, and now you just got to hope he isn't that injured. I don't know. We'll see what the deal is. I guess it's a good sign. He was standing out there walking around and not back there getting serious treatment, but I ain't no doctor. Look at me. What do I know? But yeah, great day for Notre Dame. Everybody deserves to celebrate tonight. I couldn't be happier for everybody involved and the fans. Anything else, my friend? I really appreciate the call.
The only thing is that, offensively, that, they did what they had to do. They had some hiccups here and there. They stalled a couple times. That one pick by Riley Leonard, he just made a bad read. But other than that, he rebounded and he led them to victory.
and the offensive line rebounded, and they kind of dominated. And they took over the game, and they got a lot of rushing yards against SC. They were physical.
Yeah.
And they didn't quit. They didn't bog down, and they kept working through the hardships that they found during the game, and they battled, and they came out with a victory.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
They earned it.
Yeah, they earned it. And it was just a really, really a redemption story for Notre Dame and Marcus this year. And they pulled it out. And now it's a clean slate, and you can reach all your dreams. Hey, my friend, thanks a lot for the call, and thanks for waiting so long. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Go on.
Have a good one. Oh, man, this is you guys are funny in the chat, by the way. 574, give me some more. What's going on?
Hey, John, how's your night going so far?
Very well. 231. I'll come back to you because I cut you off right when you were speaking. I'll come to you next. What's up?
So first things first, I have to give you a stat that no one's given you yet, and I'm happy no one brought it up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tyler Buckner is 100% completion percentage through this year.
Yeah. And didn't I see that he had the longest pass completion of the day too? Somebody put that in the chat that he has the longest completion of the day, and I love it for that man. That is beautiful. Good for him, man. We needed it. You did that at a very key part of the game, and you did it, and he had a big smile on his face. God bless him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. And I know Goolsby's, that's the other thing. I know Goolsby's happy for him too, because that's his guy. And to see him be able to get in and do that, he's got to be proud. So I'm happy for Goolsby too.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, by the way, Goolsby just posted about Riley Mills' punch to that one player. So we got a better look at it, apparently, just a few minutes ago. The guy tried to twist his ankle and hurt him. That's why he punched him.
Yeah. Interesting. I knew other people were saying he got kicked, or punched in the newts, not Rockneys, his newts. Yeah. So if you're going to give him our time for his reaction, everybody has a moral obligation reporting on Twitter and everywhere else to show the full picture so everybody could see.
Yep. And what a phenomenal game. I watched it with the family, which, little context, my family's worked at Notre Dame for 35 years. My dad worked there for the food facility, prepping all of the beef and chicken that's ever been served into the dining halls, even to the higher ups when they have meetings or Christmas parties. My dad did those for 35 years, and I actually worked with him for 2 years after I graduated college until I got the job I have now, which I actually still work on campus, just work for a hospital office. But my whole family's worked for this college for 35 years. They put me through school, and I could never been more proud today than all my years watching Notre Dame.
Yeah.
This was a team that
it's a big moment.
Apart,
it feels different.
This was a game Brian Kelly would have lost.
Yeah. 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 It's it just feels so good for Notre Dame to be the one that makes the couple plays that break a game that you got to have to break your way. We're so used to, if you're close to my age range of 40, we have fallen against the grain on this so many times in a big game where a few of those plays they make and then we fall short. It's so great that we're starting to be the ones to do that. I love that.
What I love even more, too, is the fan base letting every single person that said we would lose this week, let them know on social media. J.D. Pickle, Josh Pate, Danny Cannell, Reese Davis, J.D., all of them. Let them know, because now they're starting to give compliments to Freeman. It's like, nah, it's too late for that. You made your pick. Just live with it. Apologize for it. Then maybe we'll accept it.
I like this. I like hearing you get your Irish up. But ain't that the way it goes, though? Even with Army, man. Oh, Notre Dame's going to get upset. Everybody in America tune in. A playoff spot's going to free up against Army, blah, blah, blah. And then right when we beat Army, it's like, cancel Notre Dame from the playoff for scheduling these bums. Like, they don't even acknowledge they get it wrong. They just move on to the next trope.
It's always, I said it to you this week. The goalposts kept getting moved. And if you keep moving the goalpost, that means you have no ground to stand on. And guess what? You run out of ground.
Yeah.
So what's the message now? Oh, USC wasn't a great team anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. And you know what's good about it, though? Here's what's good about it is it doesn't really matter what anybody says anymore because you're hosting a home playoff game, and that means you accomplished what you needed to do. So it's frustrating because these people are, out of their minds or whatever, and there's no accountability for these 100% wrong takes at all. They just are allowed to pivot to the next one. It doesn't really matter anymore. Notre Dame's in. They're all going to be mad. Everybody's going to root against us the 20th or 21st. And then you just hope we keep winning and piss them all off. And for once, we're happy. Sounds like a good holiday season to me.
You know what I have to say even better is more than likely we'll get the 5th seed. And if that stays true, Arizona State looks like they might be the favorite to win the division. How great it would be to have a desert team have to play in 10-degree weather in the Midwest.
Yeah. There is, listen, I wanted to really, really try and focus on getting through today. Now you start really thinking about what some of these matchups could be and how much of an advantage there could be for Notre Dame in that climate or not. It really does depend, man. It depends. Is the committee ever think about not trying to do that because they realize that it's a brutal weather? I wonder if that's even something enters their brain or if that's like wrong to enter their brain. I don't know.
No, I'm telling you, every single school up north, especially in the Midwest, is going to lose their minds if they try to say, well, these need to be played in neutral sites. No. If we have to go down and play on your worst summers, this evens the ground.
That's a fair point.
I'm after 40 years, John, the South, below the Dixie, and out west, they refuse to play us in November.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
USC has never played us in November in years.
Yep.
It's only fair.
Man, I like this version of you. I like this, man. It warms my soul, man. It warms my heart. I love hearing you get your Irish up this way. But you're right about everything you're saying, man. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing building here. And I'm proud of Marcus. I'm proud of everybody involved, man. They deserve a lot of credit. And this fan base deserves to be waking up hungover tomorrow. They deserve it. Party, baby.
It's going to be a great 3 weeks. Get our boys healthy. Hopefully Love is not hurt as bad as we hope he is. Watt should be fine. Get Howard Cross healthy and play whoever comes to our house. I want to see us win by 21 and shut up every single person that said we were frauds and that we can't win the big games.
Yeah.
That message ends now, December 20th or December 21st. This is a new Notre Dame, one where we fight with heart and we fight hard.
I love it. There's a different mentality. You're absolutely right. There is a different mentality with the way this team plays and with the coaches and the head man in charge. It's what we've been begging for, this kind of attitude, playing this hard. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. I'm thrilled. Thanks a lot for the call. And I love you getting your Irish up. It warms my damn heart. I love it.
No, I appreciate you having me on, John. And hopefully these next few weeks won't be too stressful for you. And it's going to be nice seeing Notre Dame in December on a playoff game with everybody wearing their Christmas gear.
Yeah,
it's going to be a beautiful thing.
We're going to enjoy it, man. This is a Notre Dame history was made. Thanks a lot, buddy. Have a good one.
You too.
Take care. Oh, man, he's usually soft-spoken. I love seeing him get all mad like that. I love seeing him get all mad. I think it is, if you guys have been asking for it, it took a couple hours. I think you're going to get the captain linebacker here, Mike Goolsby himself here. Let's see. Mike, is this you live on remote from your parents' place in Nashville or what?
I'm further east in Nashville, buddy. How you doing, John?
What's going on, man? Mike, what do you make of this? People have been asking for you. What do you make of what we saw today?
Great game, man. Great effort. And yet again, yeah, the team's got a backbone. The team's got thick skin. They're resilient. I mean, when you look at the landscape of this team, just look at the whole thing holistically. You got, Tui Alamaka, who's a former Mike linebacker rushing the passer. Josh Burnham's a former linebacker rushing the passer. Patello's down with injury. Traore, who's going to be a great NFL player, down with injury. Morrison's out. Love goes down. And fucking A, John, you still find a way.
Yep.
You still find a way, and this is what football at its core truly is, brother. This is what it is, and this is why I've come to fall in love with this team.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what, man, you more than most people, you've been talking to me about just the challenges of going out west and finishing your season in the Coliseum, and just everything that goes into it, and the rivalry and the travel and the weird fan base and the weird building and the weird field and everything that goes into it, man. This team they were tested today, and they did enough, and it was just nice to see Notre Dame make a few of those game-changing plays we've been on the other side of for too many of these big moments. That's a beautiful thing, man.
It truly is beautiful. It truly is. And again, like I got, my nerves were racked, right? First half, it's like, oh God, it's a tight game, 14 up at halftime. But it's like, again, you come back and you make some plays. And it's just like, this is kind of the message is like, all these lifetime Notre Dame fans, all your fans, all your listeners, guys have been fans 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, right, John? We know Notre Dame. We know Notre Dame football. It's like, do we expect to just steamroll everybody as if we were a Bama in their prime, as if we were a Georgia in their prime? Like, it ain't going to be that here just yet. Not just yet. It's not going to be that just yet, right? So how could you not be proud of these kids? Like Christian Gray had a bad game.
Yep.
Had a bad game. But like push comes to shove, the kid steps up, makes the play of his life. After having probably the worst game in his Notre Dame career, he gets an opportunity. The poor kid's dropped 3, 4, 5 picks this year.
Yep.
And then he houses one. It's just like, it's beautiful, John. And it's just like the way that they're winning, the way that they're playing, the conviction, the energy, next man up in so many instances. It's like, God, how could you not fall in love with this team? Truly.
Yeah. And then something else, you and I talk about this on Patreon a lot. The vibe, the energy, the attitude. I think you saw that today, even when things weren't always going the greatest. Like this team has a different little, they're cranked up a dial. They're cranked up a couple notches. They have a little edge to them. They have a little attitude to them, but not in a cocky way that turns you off. But like they back it up. It's just enough. But like they know they're good enough. It's a different vibe. They don't freeze in a big moment. They look forward to a big moment. And that is new. And that gives me a different kind of energy and hope. Does that make sense?
Yes, John. Yes. Well said. Well said. And it comes down to Riley Mills punching a kid in the face. It comes down to Xavier Watts getting a 105-yard touchdown return and talking smack to USC sideline.
The whole way down, baby. Yep, the whole way down.
And ultimately you could call it an edge, and for sure that's what it is. But beyond that, these kids are having fun. Like they're having fun competing. And it's football, guys.
Yeah.
It's football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not so it's just like they never back down, they never say die, they don't fold. And I think that you see with Marcus Freeman and his maturation and his, just evolution as a coach, it's like I think that kind of trickles through in terms of the players, in terms of them, being allowed to have fun and go compete. And if that means I punch a kid in the face mask, so be it. Get off my legs.
Yeah, yeah. Mike, what do you?
And that's a captain. And that's a captain sticking up for himself. And I think it's beautiful, John.
Yeah. What do you make of what this means for Marcus Freeman and his growth as a coach? And his growth this year, and like all the year 3 history that we all speak about all the time, and the lighter schedule that put pressure on it to make something happen this year. What do you make of what this means for his development overall and at Notre Dame specifically?
I've never really bought into the year 3 thing. I think that just seems like, circumstantial, or like, there's a little bit of like mythology kind of behind that. I've never really put much weight in that myself. But I just think that, and you and I talked about this over on Patreon multiple times, and I think when Coach Freeman got here, he's never been a head man before. Notre Dame has a lot of Notre Dame-y things that he had to figure out, and he had to figure out in short order. And he kind of was like, okay, I think he kind of fell in line. didn't rock the boat, right, in terms of all of the Notre Dame things. And then after that Northern Illinois game, I really believe he had that kind of man in the mirror, back against the wall kind of moment. He was like, this is my team, and I'm going to lead the way that I want to lead in the way that feels natural to me. And I think the players and their play, his team and their play kind of reflects that.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah, it's been, man, this was just, I don't feel like I'm over exaggerating it, Mike. This is history in a lot of ways. And I just think it was an important day for this program in the modern era of college football to show that they belong to be a part of it and right in the middle of it. And it was a priority of me all along for Notre Dame to spike their flag in the first 12-teamer and claim a spot and be like, damn it, you can rip our schedule or be an independent or whatever, but we're going to be a part of this you're going to have to deal with. I saw a lot of value in that being first year one. I want to make that, plant the flag rather. And they did it. And I'm just proud of everybody involved, man. You needed this. This program needed this. Marcus needed it. The fan base needed it. The media needed it. Like, it's been a long time since we've had something this good around here. Now, how greedy can you get and make it even better?
Well, yeah, and again, you're kind of the vibe guy, all the ancillary things to Notre Dame, and I try to stay in my lane just in terms of personnel and play calls and all, all the football-y stuff, X and O stuff. And sure, there's weak spots on the team. Like our pass rush kind of stunk today, right? But I'm just telling you, you kind of felt like maybe you were on the ropes a little bit, but then you got players that step up.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't have a stacked roster per se as of now, right? With all the injuries and everything else, you got backups at the offensive line, and yet here we are.
Yep.
And we've shown the last 3, 4, 5 games, we've shown that when push comes to shove, we got people and the team that plays loose enough and confident enough, and they love each other enough that like they feel comfortable. It's like, okay, it's my turn to make a play. And like I said, I go back to that's just football, John.
Yeah.
It's just football. It's play, and beyond that, dude, it's playoff football.
Yeah. It's I'm telling you, man, this is a historic day in Notre Dame football, Mike. I think you got a couple of highlights that aren't on VHS, on old scratchy film, man. Those pick sixes are something you're going to see now. And I'm just glad to have a highlight in the modern era here. And if you could win a game or two or go on a little run here in the playoff, that's a whole different level of new Irish history. Mike, I can't let you get out of here and I do appreciate you calling. I can't let you leave. What do you make of Michigan, Ohio State today? What do you make of that? Ooh.
I mean,
yeah. Ryan Day ain't that dude, man. Ryan Day's just not that dude, Mike. He ain't an alpha. He ain't Herb. He just isn't that guy. I'm convinced. He may have beat us because we had 10 people out there. He ain't that dude, Mike. He's just not that guy. He ain't.
He's not that guy, and you kind of dislike both programs. I tend to dislike Ohio State more than I dislike Notre Dame. I think their fans are the worst, right? Excuse me. I
Michigan, you mean?
Ohio State
yeah.
Michigan, rather, excuse me. But, yeah, I mean, the whole melee at the end, it's just classless. And I think, don't let me go on a rant here, but college football's got a problem. And it started out with coaches, last couple of seasons you've seen coaches kind of chirping at each other almost in an immature fashion. And now it kind of bleeds down or trickles down to the players. College football's got a little bit of a problem with this. There's another little melee. I forget the game tonight. Another post game on the field kind of skirmish. But yeah, I mean, I was kind of worried about Ohio State. I'm not now. That's all I can tell you. I'm not now. And yeah, Ryan Day's not the guy. And when you're going back to that skirmish, you're watching that skirmish unfold, and that guy's just frozen. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the alpha type DNA to take hold of that situation and get his players to fall in line. Maybe the players don't respect him because he's not that alpha and they step. It's just, what a mess. But it's a beautiful disaster.
Yeah. What's well said. That's perfect. That's perfectly said. That is perfectly said. Mike, do you think Do you think there's an extension in it for Freeman? Is this enough for them to get together and go, why don't we go from 6 years to 10 years and we'll give you $10 million a year instead of $6 million a year? What, or does he have to do more? Or would you feel comfortable if Notre Dame's leadership approached his team after this success? What do you think of that?
Well, if what's the AD's name? What's his name? Pete? What's his name?
Yeah, Bavakwa.
But if I'm Bavakwa, and this might not be a popular opinion, but if I'm looking at this thing objectively and from a reasoned kind of perspective, I want to see what the 2025 class looks like. And as we've talked about on Patreon, if I'm Bavakwa, I want to know, Marcus, what's the plan at quarterback?
Yeah.
Truly.
Yep.
So, but some of this is above my pay grade, right, in terms of making those decisions. But if I'm Bavakwa, I want to see how the class shapes up, and I want to know what the plan is at quarterback the next 2, 3, 4 years. I want you to, kind of spell it out for me. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know, man.
Not to say that he's not deserving. Not to say that he's not deserving, John, right? I'm just saying if I'm in Bavakwa's shoes, that's the conversation I want to have.
Yeah, and I totally understand that. So now, Mike, now you got a 3-week layoff here where you're going to try and get healthy. That's number one. You're going to see what happens in conference championship games, whatever other dice are going to roll, the way they're going to, whatever, the cards are going to fall where they may. And then you're going to find your matchups. Like, what should Notre Dame be thinking about in this 3-week period, like between now and a home playoff game? Other than getting healthy, what should the priorities be in this little interim that nobody's had before?
It kind of comes back to health, right? Obviously, Jeremiah Love is like a number one priority, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think a kid like him, whatever, he's got a little knee sprain or something, he had a little sleeve on his knee. I would imagine a kid like that is probably a quick healer, so I'm not too worried about it. But as I've always said, I think that I believe, with no intel, but this is just my instincts, and my instincts are usually pretty good. Offensively speaking, I think Denbrock's going to go and go, okay, I got 3 weeks to do a big look back, right? I'm going to look back. What works and what doesn't work. So when we go into that 2-3 game playoff run, okay, this is the packages and the plays that I want to go with. I'm going to spend some time with Riley Leonard just being like, hey, wide open conversation, total transparency. What are we going into this playoff with as far as an offensive scheme, right? And then the biggest thing, like if I'm looking at on the defensive side of the ball, we got to be able to create a better pass rush. Like this, if I'm walking away from this game, if I'm Al Golden, be like, like maybe my scheme isn't as elite as I thought it was, because we just couldn't get home today, and that's why we kind of got exploded. They've got good receivers, great players at receiver for sure. But that was a little bit of a red flag to me. I was like, God, how do we get to the passer?
Yeah.
And affect the passer against a good O-line,
Yeah. And you know what, man? We have a lot of content yet to do on Patreon between now and the game. We're going to be talking about some areas that maybe got exposed against some better talent than we've been playing the last couple months. But there's plenty of time for that. Let John be happy for one damn night in his miserable life, right? Like, give me tonight. Give me the weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, there's nothing wrong. Absolutely, but there's nothing wrong with continuing to develop and continuing to get better and continuing to find weaknesses in the team and try to turn them into strengths. That doesn't mean that you're being negative or anything else, but it's like, hey, you're trying to look at this thing through a championship lens, because we're a handful of games away from getting there. And we're not perfect. We're far from it. And I just think we're playing great with all the injuries. But yeah, there's absolutely room for improvement. And I think that's where those 3 weeks are going to be. The focus will be on, over that span of time.
Yeah, I'm just so proud for everybody involved. I'm happy for all the fans and the media that work so hard covering this team, that everybody has something on the plus end, and all the coaches and all the players. I'm just happy for everybody. It's just nice for Notre Dame to be on the right end of this.
Yeah, it's a great night.
It really is.
It's a great night. What a hell of a season. What a hell of a season. You factor in the last 2 off seasons, and guys like us in our role. I mean, it's been a bear. It's been an absolute bear. And but yeah, I love that you said you're proud of the boys, and I feel the same way, man. I love this team, John.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. And so thanks so much for giving me a call here. It's going to be, I'm so excited for the rest of the night, Mike. I'm going to a couple more calls, writing a bunch of good articles about this and recording another video or two. And then we're going to be back on Patreon. Like there's a whole new world that we're exposed to now. I can't wait to get into this. It's a whole new thing. It's great.
It's a new season. It's a new season, John. We're here for it, buddy. I'll let you go.
I appreciate it. Hey, safe travels, and God bless you and the family, man. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Johnny. We'll see you soon.
Have a good one, buddy. Oh, man, it's great hearing from him. Everybody's in a good mood. I owe T231 because I cut him off earlier. I won't cut you off this time. What's up?
Hey, John, how's it going?
Good. Sorry about that earlier. Yeah, sorry. And then Mike called. You got to understand. I got to put the linebacker on.
Hey, yeah, no worries, John, at all. So, just a few things here. I'll keep it quick. I know you probably had a crazy night. So, first thing is, I've been listening to this show. I think I started listening last year after the Clemson game. Since then, I've listened to pretty much every show. But yeah, so it's interesting, like you were saying earlier. You know, your dad kind of drug you into this fun Notre Dame fan base, right? I've got a similar scenario. I'm 21 years old, so I'm rather young. I haven't seen the years like you guys have, but how exciting is this? Like, as a Notre Dame fan, I mean, I can remember being young and seeing the 2012 team, and just that was exciting and everything. Some big wins that year, but this team just is something special. Like, I've never really seen, I mean, the 2016 team, things like that. I mean, I've seen teams where I haven't been this confident before. You know, I've known we have good teams, but this team has just seemed different, don't you think?
I think there's a couple things involved. Number one is there's more athleticism and depth on this team than a lot of recent Notre Dame teams and more than even good Brian Kelly teams. There's a different level of athlete and a different level of depth. But the other thing is they're wired a little differently. Don't you feel like it? They are just wired like winners a little bit. And it's just good that they're wired different, man. They have a little extra to them. They got an edge to them that you're not used to Notre Dame football playing with, that little edge where like you're cranked up a dial and a half. Like, and you can't fake that. The proof is in the pudding. You can't like fake that. You're going to get exposed at some point. This team just plays a little different. They have a different mentality, and it's beautiful. I just love it.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Goolsby was just talking about that next man up mentality, you know. So it's fun watching, you know, you see Botello go down, you see some of the guys, you see Morrison go down, and you see a true freshman, Leonard Moore, step up the way he has been. I mean, you can tell everyone's there for each other, and they all want to play for each other. So it's cool watching, even like Josh Burnham is from my hometown, and watching him play, it's just like so cool to see him out there stepping up, just like all those guys do. So I love that next man up mentality.
Yeah,
you know, dude, like Traore, all those guys keep going down, and just guys keep stepping up constantly, and that's what winning teams do, right? You know, like teams that want to win, they step up, they play for each other, and it's just that next man up mentality, right?
I just kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, how many of these injuries can you have before you just lose another game where you normally have more talent, but you just don't because you have backups everywhere? Like, I kept waiting to run into one of those days where so many of our guys are injured. There's not much you can do, and you just get beat by a team normally you're better than. It just never happened. And there wasn't even a drop off in the play. That's the other thing. It's one thing not to lose it. There wasn't really a drop off in production. It was really impressive. It was really impressive. There wasn't. It was a good, and you could say we didn't play a bunch of great teams, but you kicked the shit out of every one of them. It was great.
I know. SC, I don't care if their record 6-6. I do not care. That is a high-powered offense led by Lincoln Riley.
And they got talent out the wazoo. Dude, they have talent all over.
More in there after Benjamin Morrison goes down? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. That's so fun to watch. I love seeing that next man up mentality.
Yeah, it's been really good. And again, I'm going to come back to one of the very first things I said 3 hours ago. I am so proud of Marcus Freeman. He deserved this moment, but I didn't want it handed to him. He deserved it, but he had to earn it. Like, does that make sense?
We control our own destiny.
Yeah, like he deserved it, but he had to earn it. I don't want it handed to him because he deserved it. You had to earn it. And they went out there and they did it, man. They did it.
Yep. Yep, and that leads me right to my next point is like that after Freeman did that. Remember when you said a couple shows ago, you said, okay, so we either lose to freaking Northern Illinois and SC and our season's over.
You can't.
It's either Freeman, you ruined it for us, or oh my gosh, look at the comeback you made.
Yeah,
He
extend
got
this
those
man.
guys fired up.
Extend this man on the plane.
Listen to Bo Collins. You listen to Bo Collins in his press conference, and he's sitting there going, we can't even walk in the locker room without watching the loss to USC 2 years ago. They're not talking about next year or last year how they kicked the shit out of SC. No, they're talking. They are motivated. Freeman's got these guys going, man, and that was my next point was we see Ohio State go down tonight, right? If they lose in the first round of the playoffs, there's no doubt in my mind Ryan Day is out of there. He can't deal with this anymore. He cannot win big games. So that brings me. My fear has been the last year with Freeman. It's like the only team I'm like, oh, he'll leave us for that, and that's Ohio State, right? This is alma mater. So it's like, is it time for us to sit down with Freeman and say, what do we need to keep you? What do we need to give you to keep you? Here's a check. Like, is it time for that, John, or is that an overreaction?
Yeah, I think you're gonna have split thoughts on that. And then did you see that report that came out earlier in the week about, he's an on-NFL commodity? Like, I don't even know if I believe that. That sounds like the kind of thing an agent wants to float out there in a report to use his leverage, on your next contract. Like, do you sit there with Freeman and go, what do we got to do to go from 6 years to 10 here? And be able to, and we'll give you more money or whatever, but you'd making the, or does Bavakwa say, win this round one playoff game first? Like, I'm not, this schedule, you did what you should with this. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how real, if there's any suitors. There's a possibility he just maybe likes it in Notre Dame. Like, God forbid a guy turns down something else because they like it in Notre Dame. It's not unheard of. He's having some success.
No, I absolutely agree. It's like I really look back. I mean, as a Catholic guy, it's like I look back. He brought back the team mass. His kids are all around like the campus. The players love his kids. You could tell he loves Notre Dame, and I mean that's not something you get from all those coaches. So you could tell he loves it there. So I really hope it would suck to really lose a special guy. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, is it an overreaction to say, is it time for a blank check, or do you say, let's see you win a playoff game now? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that either. I do know there was rumble last year behind the scenes. There was rumblings of an extension being talked about, but then Clemson happened and it all cooled off. Who was it? It was John Bryce at Football Scoop was on this, that he said last year both parties were engaging, and then the Clemson loss happened and they all cooled off on it. So it's not like this is a foreign thing here.
Yep, I absolutely agree. So just one more thing, John. So I guess I was wondering, a couple callers ago, they talked about the same thing, and I know you've kind of discussed it tonight, but I guess my whole thing is it's like, I know sometimes we can be delusional Notre Dame fans, right? But it's like, I watch these teams and I sit here. So before this weekend, I'm going, well, who are we most scared of? Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State's still Ohio State. They're elite, right? Last night, I watched Georgia almost lose. I mean, I'm watching these teams that I was most afraid of, and I'm going, no one's elite. Texas, sure, they're beating A&M right now, but I watch it. Their biggest wins before this were Arkansas and Vanderbilt, and I guess Kentucky. But so I guess my thing to you, with Oregon, too, I hate being this guy because I want to give them respect for their wins. They're undefeated, right? So that's obviously impressive. But they almost lost to Boise, almost lost to Idaho first round, and I forgot who else. They kept it close with Wisconsin. So I guess my question, too, is like, is there somebody that you're like, oh, man, I'm scared to face them? Is there anybody
you're right. Everybody, you're like, oh, man, I'm afraid of them. Then they look flawed. Like, Georgia looks very beatable with their roster. Ohio State, you're like, that's a well-rounded team, and they spent $13 million on their roster in the offseason, and they're all – they don't – if they I don't know what happened for a rivalry game for them to play that way at home. I do not understand what was going on. I better hear they all got food poisoning last night or something. I don't understand for a rivalry game at home I don't understand how you no-show like that. That is like some Brian Kelly type shit. I don't understand how that happens. I don't understand how that happens in a rivalry game. You got to have it home to no-show like that. I'm just saying, man, if you're going to play good defense, better than what we played today, though, I need him a little better than that. If you're going to play good defense, go on a run. So I think the bracket matters. So the home game matters. That's a big key to, I think, Notre Dame having success in the new format. The bracket matters and the home game matters. Let's see what the first two matchups would look like. Maybe Notre Dame could go on a run and have some favorable matchups, play good ball, and get into round 3. Let's see what the matchups are.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think there's nothing stopping this team. Like I said, I mean, I can be delusional sometimes about Notre Dame, but I mean, with this year and all the chaos that's happened, it's like, who's to say we can't go out there and freaking bring it home and win a natty? I mean, I can't believe I'm saying
well,
that.
Listen, man. Listen, there's two different projects here. Project 1 was checking off the accomplishment box and making the playoff. Box 2 is get greedy for a home game if you could do it. Notre Dame's done that. Now that you're there, get greedy, hope for a good bracket, and go win something. Go win. Just win one game at a time. Just do it.
Yeah.
Get greedy.
No, I totally agree. So,
get greedy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So anyway, that's all. I'm not going to take any more of your time, but this is my first time calling, and it's been really fun listening to your show. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, and I hope I'm calling again soon.
Hey, thank you very much. And I'm sorry I hung up on you earlier, and then I got busy, and thanks for waiting for me. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Not an issue, John. Thank you.
Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one, buddy. Mark saying anything is possible. I'm picturing the meme of anything is possible, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. 207, what's going on? Welcome to the show.
Donnie, what's going on, brother?
I'm in a good mood.
Hey, I'm calling from Maine, and in 2011, I lost my dad, and we were big Irish fans. We watched every game together, and from that point on, just been a long grind. I've been along for a lot of games, and I got to say, this was one of the best days that I've had since 2011. I'm excited to go to the playoffs. I'm excited to make this run. I'm excited for all of us together to fight, be Irish, one day at a time. Let's fucking win this thing, huh?
Hey, all you got to do is get in it, get up, and just win. Check off one game at a time. This program and coach took a big step forward today, and this is heavy stuff. History made, and now it's a matter of how far can you run with it.
Absolutely, Johnny. One of my lifelong friends, been with me since 2011. He's a Penn State fan, but he watches every one of our Notre Dame games. He's a big Notre Dame fan as well. I know that's kind of ironic to say, but he's here with me tonight. We've been drinking whiskey, having a good time, celebrating. I can feel my dad with me every night. We win a big game. I'm so excited for December 20th. I can't wait for that game. I hope we get a good matchup. I'm just feeling this. I don't know what it is about this team. It's just different to me tonight. It just feels different.
Is that the football or the whiskey talking? I'm just kidding. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's both. Yeah. Maybe it's both. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, man. It's a special night in Notre Dame land. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We don't have a lot of these nights where all is right in Notre Dame land. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
We don't, Johnny. And the thing, I went down to New York. I'm from Maine. Went down to New York back in October to see the Navy game, and I really, truly didn't expect to be here 10 weeks ago when we lost NIU. And
yeah,
I'm just so grateful for every game. It's been a great ride. I hope we continue it. It's been a lot of fun. I'm happy. I'm happy to be with you, with your fans, with the Irish family. It's been a great time. So I hope this continues, and I think we got something special going here with this defense.
Man, I appreciate the call. I appreciate you holding, and we're all in this together, man. And I'm glad so many people can relate to what I said about having somebody in your life that you is looking down on you, smiling right now, and wants you to pour another one, and everybody in here has somebody like that. Anything else, my friend? Thanks for waiting for me.
No, that's it, Johnny. I've been waiting all night, but it's just important to me. My dad's looking down on us and he's smiling, and it's just such a big win for us. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm just so excited for December 20th, man.
Yeah.
It's making me so happy just to get that opportunity to play in that game. To bring tears to my eyes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I'm just glad we can all celebrate this together, man. Hey, thanks a lot. God bless your dad. He's looking down. He's happy with us.
Absolutely, Johnny. Love you. Have a good night.
Have a good one. Thank you, man. I got some nice callers. I got some nice, really nice callers. 415. What's going on?
Hey, Johnny, what's happening, man? This is Adam out in California. How you doing, boss?
What's going on? I'm doing very well. Hey, thanks for waiting. I know it gets kind of wild on some of these nights. I appreciate you. So interesting. I see a California number here. What's the deal? What's the deal?
Johnny boy, here's the deal. I was born in 1977. I watched my first 49ers Super Bowl in 1984. Joe Montana, they was announced that he went to Notre Dame. And that's what started it. I was 7 years old. I'm sitting there with my mom and my dad and my brother. And the next thing you know, I'm like, well, what's Notre Dame? Well, what's that about? What's college? What's college football all about? And it just took off from there. And diehard 49er fan, diehard Joe Montana fan. But then throughout the years, just absolutely was intrigued by Notre Dame football. And through high school, college, I went to San Diego State, but was just still diehard Notre Dame all the way through, and have been following them ever since. I've been through the BCS championship games, flew to Miami, flew to down to Dallas for the Cotton Bowl. I've been to all the hard ones. I've been to the Stanford ones that were brutal.
Buzz, your girlfriend, woof.
Winning football for Notre Dame, and I've seen them where it was Brian Kelly's last game. I've seen it where it was, just the triumphant victories in the past, and just been traveling around the country, just following my favorite team, man. It has been just an absolute pleasure over the last 4 years to be listening to you, and to finally feel like I have some kind of home base, because out here in California, there's some Notre Dame fans. I'll see somebody with a hat every once in a while, give a wink and a little fist up. I'm like, all right, man, here we go,
Yeah.
And he gets it because there's not a lot out here, at times, as much as there would be back east or in the Midwest. And so it's been fantastic to just have this as an outlet, especially with all the stressors in the world, whether you're looking at
Okay, now let me ask this.
or,
Very good point, by the way. There's a lot going on in the world. The least you could do is have a healthy escape that doesn't make you miserable. You know what I mean? You mentioned these the years. What do you make of this program's changes under Marcus Freeman's leadership of the last 3 years? What do you make of that? How do you feel about how that has developed in his relationship with Notre Dame and his coaching development arc?
Well, let me tell you this, Johnny boy. I'm sitting here right now. I've got my 4-year-old son and my 6-year-old son in bed, and we're just reading books and getting ready to tuck them into bed tonight. And I have been telling them about how things like this are absolutely life-changing for a lot of people. And what I mean by that is when Marcus Freeman became the head coach, and that video was sent out about the team finding out. They're in the locker room and they're all, hey, you're brand new head coach. Here he is. And this rolling through. And they were fired up as if they would storm the beaches and just go after it and let's get it done right now. And it was incredible. And it was one of those things where I was like, okay, they believe in this person. I don't know if we ever believed, even as a fan base, in Brian Kelly. We did to a certain extent, and certain things were like, well, he's winning, but he's just not winning the big ones. But it was like, what is it? Like, what is it missing? And
he did enough to get you. He did enough to make you want to buy in, only to get hurt again. That's what it was. He always did enough to get you to come back for a little more, only to realize, no, it ain't gonna happen. There's something different going on here. There is a different vibe going on here. And if you've been around Notre Dame for a long time, you just kind of see it and feel it. There is a different vibe. And if there wasn't, they would have found a way to lose this game and it would all be over.
100%. And I'll tell you this, that it's one of those ones where I remember after, I mean, okay, look, the last 3 years haven't been exactly pretty, right? But it's part of the growth. It's part of the growth. And in his post game on the field, he was talking about how he learned and the team had learned so much from when you fall, when you get down and you're sitting there trying to figure out how in the hell are we losing to Marshall or Stanford or any of these other teams? How in the hell are we losing to Northern Illinois? Are you outside your mind? But here's the thing, is that that's what helped build the character of this team. That's what helped build the character of this coach. And the amount of growth that he's had as a coach is absolutely transpiring and transferring over into the players. And then at the same time, into the fan base, to the point where we once again are looking to fly close to, what we would call close to Christmas, right? We're going to be flying possibly into Chicago and get snowed in and go to this game and go to South Bend and make this happen, because how can you miss it? You just can't. You want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of this. And for the last 4 years, I've been sitting here saying the same thing. Like, I want to be a part of this podcast. I want to hear this. I want to talk to this guy. This is incredible stuff. He comes away, and I'm talking about you, John, coming away with such amount of motion and positivity as well as the negativity, excuse me. And that's one of the things that I just sit there and I go, this is real. This is what it's about. It's the ups and the downs. And that's what life's about. And that's what I try to teach my boys. It's like, it's about the ups, it's about the downs, but it's about learning from both and, figuring out a way to conquer the adversity. And that's what this team has done. And I think personally on this game, watching it tonight, they had the point differential in the last 9 games or whatever. It was like 249. The turnovers are through the roof. We lost a turnover battle tonight. And we were not looking as sharp on certain parts of the ball, whether it was in the passing game or whether it was on the defensive side of the ball. But it was about the fact that we had to struggle, and I'm glad that we struggled. I'm glad it wasn't 49-7 or something, and then we're just kind of like, okay, whoever comes to town, we're going to boat race. And it's like, no, remember that feeling in Northern Illinois. You do not want that. And that's what Marcus Freeman has been doing ever since he got there. And I just love it. I just love the fact that he's doing it. I think he's young enough. I think he's got a connection with these players. He understands them. He was a player himself. He understands it. He's not talking out of his ass. And it's incredible. It's incredible. So I just had to call in. I've been on the hold, and I could care less how long.
Man, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And I wish I could find a way to better navigate all the calls and get everybody in and run the show forever. I just can't. But man, I really appreciate it. And this is a special community. Notre Dame fans are special. It's a different kind of group. And when we win and when we lose, we do it together. And it's just, it's life. It's more than football. It connects your life, your family, for a lot of people, your heritage, your religion. There's more to it than just football. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Thank you for the call. And I wish you have a great night. Get those boys to bed and have one more drink and call tonight.
Hey, will do, John. You take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one, man. Thanks a lot. Oh, man. 310, you're going to round out the show. I have a whole nother bank with like 20 different people popping on and off. You guys, I gotta wrap it up. It'll be 3:15. I got a bunch of articles to write, videos to record. There's a whole nother bank of like 20 calls. Some of them been on a long time. Some have come off and come back on. I'm sorry. 310, you're on the air.
Johnny, what up, man? Just got back from the game, man.
Oh, that's it. Okay, tell me about this. Tell me about this. Now, there seemed to be, there was more people there than I figured. What was it, a 50-50? It wasn't the loudest, but there was more people there than I thought. Talk to me about it.
No, I mean, they were, well, look, we were in section. So it's the first time I got my shit together and figured out where we're supposed to sit. I've been going literally with my dad. First of all, I just want to shout out the caller who talked about his pops. Sound like he was tearing up. That's kind of where I'm at. My dad would take me to the games here in LA. I've called in a few times now. I've never called into any radio show or anything in my life, but this community is so cool, man. And the show that you run is it's just killer, man. And so anyway, yeah, this is a big deal, man. This is a big deal.
It is. Yeah, it changes things.
Really, I like, you know what it is? It's not as a big deal as that we won. It would have been a big deal if we lost.
Yeah. And that's how you know it's a big deal, right? Like, well, the thing was, man,
which means it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, it was about the redemption.
Big deal, man.
It was about the redemption story, and there was just no middle ground. It was either going to be a great success or a total failure. There was no in between. There couldn't be an in between. Dr. John, good night, Dr. John. I love you, man. I'll talk to you, but I hope you understand why I held off getting back to you guys about our playoff plans. I felt it was bad juju. Dr. John, good night. I'll email you out probably tomorrow. I got to write a handful of articles when I get done here. Anyways, this is a big deal. Changes history.
It changes everything. I was with, so the sections, there are 4 sections, and they put you in the corner. So I have to go watch the game right now because like Mitchell Evans, we were watching some highlights in the car on the way home. But like I have to go watch the game. Like it was so intense, and I hate to like have the fear of losing so much. But again, like just what we've all gone through. I was just like, I cannot walk out of the Coliseum today with a Notre Dame loss. I knew they were a better. We were a better team than they were.
Yeah, but you just couldn't let anything. You couldn't let anything stupid happen out there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just said you couldn't. You knew that. You knew that. But you also know there's a history of stupid crap that shouldn't happen happening out there. And all of our dads will tell us about it. And everybody will remind you about the bad times that happened out there. Like, we were the better team and you had to go prove it. And they did it.
Well, yeah, we have to be like humble and like not be like, oh, we're going to kick their teeth in. And even though I knew we were the better team, but that rivalry means something that you know, not really East Coast, but might as well be East Coast to West Coast. The travel, the rivalry, it's like shit. Anything, and the spread scared me. You know, the 7, then 7.5. Oh God, am I going to walk? And then just a lot is going on, man. I brought my son. I used to go with my dad, who's now passed away, with my son, and walking out of there, like so much is riding on this, right? Like walking out with my son, if we would have lost, would have crushed him. Now I got to carry his goddamn weight, you know, like it all just, but forget all that. Forget me personally. I brought some kids there. I bought some tickets for these young inner city kids who I know who don't know Notre Dame, man. They just don't know a damn thing about Jeremiah Love. They don't know anything. And these are like my nephews, right? And they bought in. They're looking at it. These we got to be on the radar of this next generation. That's my point right now. Is like if we didn't win, we're just gone and we're an afterthought. But guess what? We're one of the 12 teams. We're more than that. We're hosting a game and we have a chip in the chair right now. We are at the table. And after watching Georgia, after watching all these teams, we can compete with our defense, and now with the reps that our quarterback is taking, with everything, and now with some time to get healthy, we have a shot. None of us should say, "Oh, we're going to win a championship." We just got to win. We have a game on December 20th.
Yep,
and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. We're in this thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm just really freaking happy. I don't know where the hell we sit. I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest with you, what is going to happen here. We just get to sit back and watch and eat some popcorn and watch the thing. And I don't care who they put in front of us right now. We will compete with that team.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going to get blown out like in, you know, where it's like, oh, shit, this SEC thing, and they're better, and they're men versus boys and all that shit we have to hear. F that. We're in this thing.
Yep. And once you're in it and you get that home game and you just keep running, it's a beautiful thing. I'm proud of everybody involved. And this was a big deal for the program. And I'm glad we got it over the finish line. And at least for the rest of this weekend, we should all be able to sit back and relax and enjoy it. And then we got a few weeks and then we'll all stress out again. Anything else, my friend? Thanks for calling. Hey, crystal clear phone line too. Thank you for that.
You said that last time. I don't know what the hell I'm doing over here.
Well, you're doing something
Maybe it's
right.
the whiskey.
There you go. Whatever it is,
The whiskey.
you're enunciating very clearly. I like it. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, just super stoked on. I bought my surfboard to the. I bought a seat for my surfboard. I thought you'd like that.
I do. Yeah, I like that. That's good. And in case, and if there's people coming to sit by you and you don't like them, turn it long ways. Take up about 5 seats, right? I like that. These are reserved. These are reserved. Hang 10.
No, everybody kept it classy. Irish fans were representing. But yeah, man, just I think Freeman is now he's not so on the hot seat. I just like everything going on, man. Just so you know, I called you. I don't know if you remember. I told you I was in the Dominican Republic. I think it was after.
Yeah. You were calling me from vacation. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, we're working vacation. Yeah, and you were like, "Oh, go to the tiki bar and have one for me, whatever." But that day, I said to you, "I feel okay. I feel good right now, just okay." And you were like, I know what you mean."
Yeah.
You said, deep down in my Notre Dame soul, I know what you mean. It's okay. We're better than okay now, man. We're better than that. It feels good. This feels good.
Yeah.
You know, like we're in a better spot than we've been in a long time. You know, like I think people are going to start respecting us. Now they got to watch us, right? Now they have to figure us out. Now, if we're one of 12 teams, now everybody has to start looking at Jeremiah Love and Price and all of our. You have to start calling names and researching them. Nobody knew who we were before, but and with every game, they're going to know these names more and more, and they should.
Yeah.
You know, we have athletes. You know, we have kids on our team who are talented, and they're all, again, I've said it before, but they're all talking the same, man. They're all talking that talk. You know, the coaches have everybody in line.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's rolling. It is rolling, my friend.
It's rolling.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's
So
rolling. Look, wherever we do, I don't know what we do, but you keep using the word trending up. We're trending up right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's
man.
man.
That's all I have to say, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's
happy,
just
my dad was here to see this.
It's like a big exhale,
my dad played
man.
for Notre Dame. My dad raised me in Los Angeles as a Notre Dame Irish fan and one of 8 kids from Dearborn, Michigan, and Irish Catholic family, and he would be so proud right now.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked, man. We're going.
It's a beautiful thing, my friend. Hey, thank you for giving me a call. We need more people like you representing us out that way. And this was a big weekend for Notre Dame. But I'm happy for all of us, man. Thanks for the call.
Yep. Thank you. Go Irish.
Go Irish. Have a good one. I got a couple more super chats. Johnny, you're the voice for us all. My main man, Martinez. He's man, I love that dude. Oh, I love that dude. Let me find this. Mark, I used to love Freeman. I still do, but I used to too. A little Mitch Hedberg on the ones and twos. $5 dollar from Adam Dowling. John, 37 points a game. I know it isn't all offense, but I'll take it. Yeah. Oh man, Adam, God bless him. He texted me. We were texting back and forth all day leading up to this game and during it. $5 holler by the Tanuch. Proud of Freeman and this team. On my birthday, it's happy birthday. I should be super chatting you $5. Poetic with a game day to start in a regular season A&M. Kind of somber last day of the season. Goes by fast. It flies by. We wait all summer. What are we going to get? Now it's now you're at the end. Not for us, though. The end of the regular season and the start of something totally new. Indeed, Bogglehead, $10 holler. Thank you, beautifully said. Overcoming adversity. Caring, go Irish. It's a beautiful thing. $10 holler. TSBG. John, are you tailgating for the playoff game, for our first home playoff game? No idea. I have no idea what's going on. Anybody that brought anything up about what are we doing or what are you doing or what are your plans or when are you coming to town? You got to be in town. I have avoided all of that discussion leading up to this because I thought it was bad luck. And I was not going to start locking in and doing things until I knew we were in this moment. I couldn't do it. So now I got to really think about what I want to do for content. When does it make sense for me to be there? Do I actually want to go to the game? There's a lot to figure out here. So I have no idea yet. $10 holler from Jay. Little sprinkle for the haters. Got to endure at least another 3 weeks. Go Irish. Thank you. The 80s guy, $10 holler. We love you, John. Thanks for everything. Enjoy tonight, man. I appreciate it. So listen, you guys. Here's the thing. John, you should go to Omar's house. Listen. Number one is, I love this community. It's beautiful. Even the trolls serve a purpose here. I do. I love this community. I love this interaction, just whatever this family dynamic we have here, all the mismatched parts and the family members that ain't wired right and everything else that's a part of it. This is our crew, man. This is our crew. And we're happy together. We're miserable together, but it's all out of love for Notre Dame. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. There are nights like Ohio State last year where it is the worst. The last thing I ever want to do is take calls and read these chats of everybody being miserable and upset. But I genuinely feel like this is kind of like my duty. Like it's my little Notre Dame role in the atmosphere or whatever, just for me to be able to do this and give everybody a voice. But it ain't about me. It's about you guys. It's about you guys. So I sincerely appreciate everybody who's been along for the ride, ever interacted with this show or just watched it. I love doing this. I love Notre Dame. I love all you. One more thing is, I'm so sorry. The whole other bank of callers I didn't get to. I'm at 3.5 hours. I got 5 articles to write, another video to record. I got to try and eat some dinner at some point. Like it's going to be a long night. I'm sincerely sorry. I couldn't get to everybody. There was like well over 100 people that tried to call and bump in tonight. It's a big night. All of the super chats. That's the only way I'm able to do this for my job. Keep the phone lines going every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do all this is from the support for you guys year round and especially in the off season. So special thanks to everybody who does that. Phil, God bless you and your family. I love talking to them. So you guys, great day in Notre Dame land. This was history, and I'm glad we're all here to be a part of it. And so stay tuned. Look for the articles. I'm going to pump them out tonight. They'll either post live later tonight or first thing in the morning. I'll have a video for you guys in the morning. We'll do the Monday live stream, and then we're going to talk Notre Dame playoff football, man. We did it. Marcus Freeman did it. These players did it. I'm happy for Notre Dame. This is a big night for Notre Dame and for all of us. I love you guys. I love this show, and thanks for letting me do this. Take care.